two pieces of bread that are still connected. It's a loaf of bread that's not fully cut in half, so it's still a sandwich.
Oh, it's one piece of bread.
It's still a sandwich. A hot dog, you use a hot dog bun or a piece of bread, which makes it a sandwich. A taco is not a sandwich because it is not bread.
If it was a sandwich, you wouldn't use a hot dog bun. You'd use sandwich bread.
Homie will accept Oxford, but won't accept fucking Merriam-Webster. Okay.
Yes.
Remember how Merriam-Webster said it was a hot dog as well?
And it's wrong.
It's not.
It doesn't
more
suit
credit than you'll ever have.
It doesn't suit my narrative.
I understand that. That doesn't change a fact.
It doesn't change the fact that Oxford says
it is a sandwich.
Not true.
You are wrong, Darren.
Can we start the game?
Hello, everyone. And you have just caught our party in the midst of a bonding experience.
Oh my god.
This is what splits the party.
Alexander's
we need to know right now.
Alexander's going to be like, so you guys like hot dogs or sandwiches?
Now, hold on.
I'm a fan of tacos.
Are hot dogs a thing in this D&D world, Mr. DM?
I don't know. Are sandwiches a thing? Because apparently to you, if sandwiches are, then tacos or fucking hot dogs are.
A hot dog is a sandwich.
It's not.
It's a taco.
I'm going to make an NPC based off this conversation.
Do it.
His name has to be Taco Sandwich.
He's going to be a sandwich vendor that sells exclusively hot dogs.
We have a field day.
But
come buy my wraps. It's a hot dog.
But besides this, how is everyone doing?
Good. Doing pretty good. Pretty
good.
Man.
Holy shit.
I'm ready to start.
Okay.
The weather's trying to kill me, but you know, what's new?
Tonwich.
Oh my goodness. Alright, so a recap from last session. You guys killed the hag, got to Bond back. She was missing her voice. Through a little bit of writing missives, you figured out that she was indeed kidnapped by some hags. The hags supposedly have the other sailors, or at least some sailors, also in their possession, that they are turning into fish people through some persuasive means. With a meeting with the frost giants, they agreed to ship you guys to where you believe the hags' lair to be. You guys have entered said lair and have encountered some fishmen, and unfortunately, you knocked out two of them, but one of them did swim away deeper into the cave. And this picks up immediately where we left off the last time. And so, what is your next course of action?
Well,
I gotta go deeper, right?
That thing got away, and he's probably gonna warn everybody in there.
If he doesn't bleed out. Which I would love for him to do.
Great. Well,
I mean, it's not really... How's everybody looking? What's HP bars looking like?
I'm full.
I'm bruised, battered.
I'm going to try and retrieve any of my bolts. Oh, fuck me.
Wow.
I am very low on ammunition.
You have a crossbow, right?
Yeah, but I have 5 crossbow bolts and 1 silver bolt and 1 antler arrow. So I have 7 shots left.
I have a full quiver of bolts for my crossbow, so it's 20. You can have.
Oh, thank you. Wait, no. How many did you use on the ice giant fight?
2. So there's 18.
Okay, thank you. Oh, I was so low on ammo. Because that's why I was just like, hey, we could go back. And just like, no, let's go save. Oh, okay. Well, I'm doing much better now. Well, don't suppose we'll be able to do anything here, and no problems deeper in.
Do these fish people, do they have any items on them?
They do not.
Okay.
Where's Dotsa?
Cheap ass.
She's facing
Dasa's
through the
up in
wall
the
right
void.
now.
Oh. Okay.
I remember seeing her there last session.
All right. Well, I guess let's just keep moving.
Alright.
Is there music going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, music's on.
I can
Oh.
hear it.
I don't hear it for some reason. Can you start it and close it again? Please.
Should I undo the whole dancing lights thing?
Well, I mean, it's darker, even deeper in the cave.
Yeah, I don't think we really... Any element of surprise we had.
Yeah,
I think it's kinda
the guy got away. They know we're coming. Might as well.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, splash, 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 splash.
All right, yeah, I guess tanks first.
Alright.
Taban is looking a little... She's at a third of her usual
geez.
self. Yeah.
I can
she's
give,
2/3 strong, effectively.
I can give her a quick lay on hands for 12.
That would boost her to full.
Okay.
We'll change that on.
And I still have 2 focus points, so we don't even have to rest. If
you
we
have 2 focus points still after that?
Yeah, I have 3 focus points.
What the fuck? Damn, ponies will take some advice from you.
I'm an oracle.
Very good at what you do.
I think I'm still only at 1.
Yeah. But you're not an oracle.
King fucking Julian, get up in the front. You fuck.
Julian.
Yeah.
King Julian!
Get up in the front.
He starts moving up.
Yeah. Taban will be quote unquote middle rear guard.
And is Bob... So Bob is keeping these light orbs going?
Oh, I picked one up.
Yeah. Keeping them on.
Oh. Y'all can pick them up.
Yeah, I
I
marked
tried
it
picking
so
one up earlier, and I couldn't.
just changed it so that you guys could move them. So you can move them wherever you guys want to.
Neat.
Probably just keep a couple, not like right in front of us because that would realistically impede our vision further, but
You move the lights forward with you, and you come to technically a Y intersection that splits to the right and left.
A fork.
Oh.
So each light has to be within 10 feet of each other.
Yeah. Party. It's not like I can split the lights.
Not too far from each other.
Can I do a perception check to see if I could hear anything from each of these pathways?
Sure. Roll me perception. An 18. Alright. So, the water does constantly flow in and out with the waves. So, that does make some sound. As it, washes in and out, scrapes along the walls and such. However, from this direction, you can hear a lot of clinking and grinding and some grunting noises and maybe some splashing as well. Along this section, you don't really hear anything, but you do see the water is more disturbed that way.
On which way? I'm sorry.
This way.
To the north.
Okay. Did you guys want to follow after them?
well, is there like a blood trail through the water?
With an 18, I can't remember if you guys actually did lethal damage to him. So we'll just say if there is, you don't see any.
It was a mixture of non-lethal and lethal. Because as we said, we only have
So I'll point out that they went this way, and I think that we should go after the ones that we were fighting, because they're most likely going to warn more people.
Was it this way
Okay.
or this way?
It was.
The servant was to the north. Oh, I
The
saw you
only
move the
thing-
token.
The only thing I say
I'm
about
zoomed out.
that is the fact that whatever might else be in the cave might be able to come up from behind us. So just keep eyes peeled.
Oh, that's a danger with going either of these directions at this point.
Enough.
All right, I'll start making my way.
Splash, 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 splash.
Get Julian up there with Zig. Homie walks like a turtle.
He's old. Leave him alone.
And
He's been subsumed.
Splash, 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 splash.
oh, good.
Let's see.
How much closer we get?
As close as we need to.
All right. As you guys begin to move deeper up this tunnel, we can call it, Zig, you get this creeping sensation that you're being watched. In your
Okay.
mind, you see a pair of ghastly, murky eyes staring at you from a darkness that you can't touch. And these eyes peer into your very psyche. And I need you to make a will save.
Oh shit! Already.
Ooh.
Hmm.
I will use my hero point on this.
Alrighty.
Good call. There you go. That's good.
It's much better.
Alright.
Splash, 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 splash. Interesting that it didn't happen to me, though I was up first.
Interesting indeed. But you try your best to brave whatever this amalgamation of horror that's staring into you, but it is not fruitful. You gain the frightened one and slowed one condition.
I have a thing against frightened, I think.
And what does it do?
Your-
Hold on.
I think you get a bonus.
It's bravery. Having faced countless foes in the chaos of battle, I've learned how to stand strong in the face of fear and keep on fighting. My will goes to experts. And when I roll a success on a will saving its severe effect, I gain a critical success and it's reduced by 1. So was that a success? Or
That was
that...
a failure.
Okay.
Really?
If you didn't
Wow.
re-roll, it would have been a crit fail.
Okay.
In addition, anytime you gain the frightened condition, reduce its value by 1.
Alright.
Yep.
So,
you
He's
just
not
slowed
frightened at all.
yep.
God, I got you, homie.
You get pinged with frightened. It immediately drops back to 0.
Bitch.
And am I still slowed?
Yeah. But the conditions
Okay.
only last for 1 round.
Okay.
Interesting.
As that round happens, a megalodon comes out of the water.
When that happens, I'll point out that something just tried to do something to me.
Interesting.
I'm gonna say for Gossa's
Splash, splash, splash,
exploration
splash.
activity that she is avoiding notice.
Alrighty.
What is a naughty stealth? You know what? He'll join in on that.
Mine's equal to my perception, so it doesn't matter.
I need to figure. I don't actually know what the exploration activities are.
There's a page for them.
Yeah, Taban is.
I can find it.
Yeah, give me.
We have them in the game. Yeah, Taban
Oh yeah,
is
that
using
one.
defense.
That's the one I made.
Yeah, the handout section.
It's very convenient.
Do I still see the eyes?
You do not. They were just for like a brief second.
Okay.
Also, didn't they just show up in your brain?
Yeah. You saw them mentally.
Okay. And then,
Weird.
well, with that, I guess we'll just keep on moving.
Suppose so. Splash, 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 splash.
Splish.
I'm not a very stealthy person.
Oh, sorry, Bob. Why do you have that half heart on you?
Huh?
Something.
Why do I?
Something was affecting him.
Oh,
It's not. I mean, I don't have anything anymore.
Yeah.
okay, just checking. You're not actually at like half health, are you?
Not actually.
Hey, why are you saying it that way, Alexander?
Yeah, relatively.
He's getting there.
Oh boy.
It's fine. All right, splash, 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 splash.
You come to another crossroads where you can go left or right from your character's perspective.
Let's send these lights in a little further down so we can actually try and see.
Whoops, that's the wrong
Actually,
So, like-
don't you have dark vision?
I do,
does.
yeah.
How far can you see down these things?
I think
Is it dark vision or is it dim vision?
I
There's
have
no
dark
real-
vision.
There's
Mm.
no like listed limit on dark vision in 2E.
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
see
you
as
can-
far
you
as you
just
see
see-
normally. However, I personally rule that for dark vision to work, you must be in darkness, otherwise you're getting blinded by the lights.
Okay.
So if Zig wants to make use of his dark vision, he'll need to creep forward into the shadows.
Okay. I will. Okay, so I will go right here, and then I want to do another perception check to see on which direction this fish went.
Alrighty.
Oof.
Oof.
He went downward.
You cannot
Black
discern.
genie.
At this point, unfortunately, the waters have returned to what's relatively normal for them. So you can no longer discern which direction the fishman who fled away went, and you don't hear any more of the previous sounds.
All right, like I'm not sure which way he went. Which way do you guys want to go?
Hold on.
Well,
Looking at something. Nadi, do you want to investigate this area? Just quickly.
sure. What do you want me to look for?
Blood, scales that might have dropped off.
You know what? It's not a bad idea. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to see if I can do big brain. Light
All right.
reflects off water. How far do reflections go?
Not much further.
Fair enough. To be fair, the normal radius of this thing's only like 10 feet anyway, so...
It'd be cool if it was like
We
a
get the extra
circumstance bonus,
5.
but you know.
It can go like 120 feet away from me, but they had to be like within 10 feet of each other.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll do that in just a moment. I'm going to not mimic Zig, but I'm going to try and do a similar thing and look for a direction and or possibly hear something.
Alrighty.
Yeah. I'm
The
assuming I can't
exploration.
generally check the waters because we're in a thing. Holy shit.
Very nice.
Rolled very high. What I was trying to say is, you know, we're next to the coastline. The water's always going to be moving down here.
With that, you can hear some sounds coming from this direction. They're somewhat muffled, slightly echoey, but it does sound like someone is talking.
Discern a
I point-
language.
That's a good point. Can
All
I
right.
discern a language?
Let's see.
Oh, here, one moment. Here's my languages. Next level, that'll get more.
Then actually, yes. You recognize the speech, though you can't clearly discern what's being said. But from the sounds and mannerisms of the speech, you can discern that whoever is speaking in Aklo.
Ooh. The bitchy witches are up ahead this way.
All right. Well then,
Put those
then
lights up a little further.
but before the lights get moved, I will step into the darkness.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, sneaky.
And from
Splish,
your
splish, splish, splish,
your
splish,
vision, you can see it goes a little further more before taking a turn to your character's left.
All
Peek
right.
the corner.
I will step up to the corner and peek through.
So, are you attempting to be stealthy?
Yes.
So, first make me a stealth check and then a perception check.
Are you scouting right now, or
Technically yes.
okay?
All right. You come stepping around the corner. And thanks to your dark vision,
You see the gun at you.
you see a gun. But you can see a little more. But it seems that whatever this curve is, it keeps curving around.
All right. I'll motion for everybody to start
See,
walking
like
this
directly
way.
through this way.
It's a little hard to
As I
tell
look over
what
at that
isn't revealed.
Yeah. Okay. So that's just the wall then. Sure.
Oh. Chick nasty.
Splash, 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 splash.
Julian, get your ass up there. Stop hanging out in the back.
Boop, 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 boop.
Thank you.
All right. As you guys begin to make your way around this corner, two things happen. First, I need Alexander to make me a will save.
Yeah, man, go for it.
All right.
Look at the big brain.
Oh, nice.
Well, you think this is amateur hour? No, dog. I got expert will.
Yep, it does come in handy as a pair of ghastly, murky eyes stare at you mentally.
Can I try to look back at it with intimidating glare?
You attempt to do so, but it does nothing.
Okay.
Though,
Turn my eyes into my brain.
do you also have the bravery feat?
No.
Then, for a few seconds, you gain the frightened one condition.
Crazy. All right.
And the second thing that happens as Zig goes disappearing around the darkness, there's an explosion from the water as three fish guys who are just barely hiding, barely made it past your perception, come barreling out of the water towards you. And at this point, let's get everyone to roll initiative.
Okie dokie.
We get a +1 because he's scouting.
Sure.
Okay.
Chick nasty.
Perception, not initiative. Whoop. Wasted it.
Our old initiatives are on there. Let's see.
Those
Ah.
weren't up there a second ago.
All right.
I put my new one up there.
My new one was also up there.
Don't worry, it'll be back.
I'll roll again. Got the same number.
That's funny.
I haven't rolled yet, but now I
I got a 14.
Taban has this. Nice. This will change to 20. This goes to 1.
So I'll just put it on there again and change it to 14.
The.
Oh, that's... There we go.
Where does the light from the orbs travel?
They shed
That's
light,
better.
I believe, in a 20-foot radius.
Ooh. That's much better than I thought.
Okay, so we can see all these guys just fine.
I'm double checking, but I'll let you know.
Okay.
Yeah, each sheds light like a torch. So 20 feet of bright light, then another 20 feet of low light.
Oh.
All right.
The reveal should be much bigger.
Am I still frightened, or is this?
No, it only lasts for a couple
you were-
seconds.
Yeah, I don't think you were ever frightened because you had
It
bravery.
did frighten me. I don't have bravery.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Other
See, they
Alex
sound the
has
same.
bravery.
I'm not crazy.
But first up
They usually don't. They just did.
is surprisingly the fish dudes, who will all use their first action to surround the easy target, and then their second action will all be to strike.
They're all good people.
They all get an action of moving. Not a one of them moves into flanking. What a bunch of dumb fucking fish.
Yeah, they're not smart.
Good.
Well, I guess they're average intelligence. They don't have a penalty to intelligence.
Hey,
But,
Uzlatkini.
Let's see. All right, and your AC
Is 20.
20. All right.
22 with my shield.
All right. You didn't have your shield raised, so it will be 20.
Well, it is in my hand though, so I can't. I do have the reaction to shield block.
All right.
Oh,
Well, I will
my
let you
shield
make
block
the choice
is-
then, because all three of them will hit, but the
How
last
hurt are you,
one
Alex?
is a critical hit.
All right,
Ooh, Alex, how hurt are you?
I will use the shield on the critical hit.
Alrighty. So
Does
just
that manage to make it a regular hit? His
Oh.
reactive shield is he increases his AC by shield amount.
it is a natural 20 for the monster, so
Ah.
it will still be a crit.
Okay, well then I will use it on one of the non-crits then, because since the crit will still hit.
All right. If you use it on the first attack, it will miss.
I have a reaction for the critical.
But you can't see me.
I don't have to.
The
Okay.
second one, since it will land, it hits you for a whopping minimum 5 slashing damage.
All right.
And the crit hits you for a rather decent.
He gets resistance to whatever damage the crit is.
All right.
Equal
Uh,
to 2 plus
2 plus my level, which is 3, so 5.
All right.
And then he can also move as if he was on regular terrain.
Alrighty.
You can step.
So
So they
that
have
drops.
to chase you down again to hit you.
That drops the critical attack damage from 18 to 11 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then, are you using the step action that you get for free?
Yes, and that's just 5 feet.
Yep.
All right. Yes, I will back up one.
Alrighty.
Get the fuck out.
2 of them will use their final action to step up to you. The third one, since it doesn't have to move, will attempt a second strike. And this one will, surprisingly, hit for 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then it
How are you
goes
looking?
to Bond.
Right? Taban will double move. She only has 50, doesn't she?
And this is all difficult
Yep.
terrain.
Yep, that's why I said only 50. Oh, that sucks. That's just there, huh? She will move here, but because she took the defend exploration action, her shield is raised already, but now there's multiple targets to hit here. Actually, you know what? Because we want Big Fucker to get in. He's coming up next. We want Julian to get his ass in there.
Alrighty. So Taban's gonna
does
step
Taban
up.
does have anything else? I'm just making sure she doesn't have anything else. Man, we gotta give her like a rock or a javelin.
A rock.
I don't want her to throw her short sword. Oops, that was an accident. Yeah. She will stay here, raise shield, And then that is her turn. Or keep her shield raised, I suppose.
Alrighty. Next it goes to Anadi.
Excellent. I will move here with 2 actions. Are none of these the ones that I had hunted prey on? That was the one
Would
I
you
swam by.
Does that ability intrinsically allow you to know that?
Yeah.
Alright, then you will know that none of these are your hunt prey target.
Okay. No. I would also guess by the fact that none of them probably looked fucked up.
Yeah, they all look fine from what you can tell.
All right. Step, and or no, so not step, stride. You know what? I'll just set up. I will hunt prey, the one in the middle.
Alrighty. He becomes hunted.
I hate this environment so much.
Good. Julian, he will begin to advance, and he will
Yes.
just focus on this dude over here.
Yes.
Let's see. Yep. Okay, I have his page pulled up.
Kill him, Julian. Go nuts.
Murder them. That. All right, that will hit.
Yeah.
As you guys just watch me play with myself for a moment. All right, he comes charging in and uses his sword and just takes the pommel and bashes this thing in its head. It's still standing, but he does make a relatively decent hit on it. And then, was that all his movement? Yep. All right, so he can. Wait, no. Okay, yeah, he did have he had to actually double move. So then it goes to Zig.
All right. I will swing on. Okay, so that one's down. So I will swing on this one.
Nope, it is just marked.
Yeah, it's marked for hunter spray, right?
Okay. Well, then I'll hit the
Yes.
one in the middle then.
Alrighty.
Go nuts. Oh shit. Oh, that's crit damage. Oops.
A 15, unfortunately, is a miss.
Okay. Then I
have,
will.
like, he's 16 AC.
You stop watching the stream.
I'm not. I remember that from last game.
Ooh. All right. For my final,
Try shoving one.
the shove one.
Yeah.
All right.
Kind of cramped up there.
Yeah, sure.
You
I'll
have a
attempt
minus
to-
10.
Yeah.
You might just do better to step out.
That too.
Yeah, I'll for my final action, I'll take a step and step right here.
Alrighty. And then after you goes to Alexander.
So I can move. Let's see, there and then there. So this will be difficult because I think I can really only get in range if I want. Because how are you looking, Zig?
I'm about around half.
Okay.
I can heal him.
Sure. We're gonna step. Oh, that's the wrong one. Step through to Bon, go up to here. So that's 2 moves, I think.
What's your movement?
25.
10, 20, 30, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Nah, yeah.
And then yeah, we're just going to. Which one did you try to hit, Zig?
The one in the middle.
The one in the middle. Did you hit him with the first one, just not the second one?
I didn't hit him at all.
Oh, you didn't hit him at all. Okay.
This one's got a big bump on his head.
Big bump on his head. I kind of want to hit that.
Phrasing.
Well, you know.
Well, maybe. That's the after stream.
Yeah, we're gonna hit the one on the left
Log
here.
and priestess in here. We'll talk about it.
Alrighty.
One on the left there, and we're still doing on not lethal damage, so just doing on our. Ooh.
That is a crit. like a triple crit. Holy shit! And so,
Gross.
boom, boom.
20? Does he get the 20 bludgeoning?
I think since it's 12, 20, 24.
No,
Oh,
no,
wait.
that 12 is already doubled.
Oh. Oh.
He rolled
wait a
really
minute.
shitty on that, and really
Okay.
good
Wait a
on
minute.
his
Yeah, we'll
base
get.
damage.
Oh, whoops.
His punching damage is 1d6 as per the damage in his roll. His crit damage
Okay.
is 1d4.
Yeah, we'll give you
I think
the,
his attack's
the 20
incorrect.
damage. But you come charging up, push Taban out of the way, and then boom, unload into this one fish dude, and about just knock his head clean off of it.
All right.
That's gonna go up.
That'll do it for me.
Ah,
Okay. So I'm guessing I have to use one action to keep the lights going, right?
yes.
Okay. So then do that. Ow. Move. Over here. And then do Inspire Courage.
Alrighty. Everyone's feeling inspired as Bob, soaking wet, glistening muscles are just rippling in the ocean water. Then it goes to Gasa.
Alright, Gasa spend 20 feet to get down here. She's just setting stuff up. She is going to cast a first level 2-action heal on Zig.
Alrighty.
Ooh. Heal.
So that'll be 1d8 plus 8
By the
for
power
12
of
points of healing.
by the power of the cosmos, be healed.
Yeah, you get some almost like stardust goes from Goss's hand and sparkles around some of Zig's wounds and seals them up.
Nice.
That is all 3 of her actions.
Next, it's gonna be the fishy guy's turn. And,
We've bottlenecked them.
yep. Or have they bottlenecked you? And so we'll go down. So Julian, first the fish will try to make 2 strikes on him. And those are... one is successful. So he takes a little bit of an ouchie as he gets a major slash across the face. And then these 2 will attempt to bully the punchy guy. And they, wow.
They gotta beat a 20.
Yeah. They, your natural fighter instincts kick in somehow when dealing with these almost feral fishmen with how they attack as they wildly slash their claws at you, and you just deftly block all of their blows. Very kung fu style. Then it goes to Taban.
Got the bear stance up. Don't mess with
All
me.
right. So, up to your discretion. Normally, we can move through allies, correct?
Yes.
Can Taban move here?
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. Instead of that, she will continue her stride so that she can go here, moving a total of 15. Oh, wait, no, she can't do the fucking 15 because of the difficult terrain around and down. It's fine. I'm assuming because there's actually a wall here, she can't flank with Bob.
There's
We'll
no way
allow
that
it.
makes sense.
Okay.
It's
The wall
it's
doesn't-
defense.
If it's not Bob, then the wall's here. Then it'd be me, right? That'd
Fair
make
You
them-
wouldn't be flanking.
Yeah.
It has to be
Yeah,
opposite sides.
it has opposites. All right. So with that then being the case, she will hit the one that is flanking her.
All right.
Jesus
And
Christ.
that's like a double crit. So
Good.
she pops this thing.
Her crit damage is normal. But she gets her precision damage to her crit as well. So an additional 2. And when she crits this thing, the target is frightened, and she can choose to knock the target up to 10 feet away. She will not do that.
All right. She comes pushing back through Alexander, dashes between the two fish guys, and then just whops this thing in the back of the head. And its googly fish eyes are now going cross-eyed and spinning. Its thing is looking all kinds of dizzy.
Damn.
It goes to Nadi.
She only used one action or two actions there. She will make one more strike. Actually, you know what? She'll raise her shield because now she's in melee with these bitches.
All right, shield raised.
How's my hunter's mark looking, dude? Looking? Is he within lethal or was
you
it
know-
just one-shot hit?
If it tells you sort of how they're feeling, you know that he's basically
Not really.
fine. All right.
Oh, okay. Well, I couldn't remember if any of our friends hit him.
Not really. Not damaging
All right.
wise.
Then I will hunter's aim this bitch.
Alrighty.
And click clack pow. Oh my
All right.
god.
That does hit.
25, and if that hits, 1 damage plus d8 plus 2. Oops, touch my desk. An extra 7 damage for 7 in total, and reload. That is
Non-lethal.
Yep.
All right. So you try to line up.
If it's unhurt right now, I'll just do lethal, so I don't have a -2 to hit.
All right.
You're already taking a -2 from rough terrain.
That's for strength-based checks. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I don't know.
I'll have BB confirm that because he's the god. He's a god adjacent. We have the DM god, and he's like he's the rules lawyer god.
Yeah, I don't remember half the rules.
That's why
It's good to have Topco here.
Exactly.
But yeah, you line up a very awkward shot and then pop this fish dude in one of his shoulders, and lets out angry Murloc noises.
A lot of moving parts in this tiny hallway.
Then we go to Julian. And what can he do?
Knock a motherfucker out is what he can do.
Julian. King Julian.
Alright. He does, if my math is correct, he does manage to land 2 successful hits on his fish guy.
Yeah.
But my roll 20 is being a little slow. Oh, wow. And he gets... I'm not making it up. He gets maximum damage. Which... He gives this dude the 1-2. Bap, bap. And this guy, if he was on dry leg, he would be dropping to the ground. His knees are so wobbly. But then we go to Zig.
All right. Okay. So it's 1, 2, 3, or that I didn't move myself. Whoops. Right? Would that work because of the difficult terrain?
10, 20, 30. Yep.
Okay. All right, and then I will take a swing on this one.
Alrighty. An 18 does hit. As you come back around and just like punch this dude in his ribs or something.
All right, and then I will attempt to do it again.
Oh, you know what it is? These were rules that Zach put in place. He said because of the water, we all had like -2, like on all our attacks and stuff. But he said it was a circumstance penalty, and anybody who's trying to deal non-lethal is already taking a -2, so they don't stack.
I think we uncovered that last time.
Minus?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean, you can do lethal or non-lethal if you like.
And you
whichever
take a
one you want.
-2 either way.
Yeah.
Well, we don't want to kill them, right?
Yeah.
right.
We don't want to kill them.
But
All right.
we technically only need the last hit to be lethal. But because we're taking a -2 anyway, might as well make them all non-lethal. No different.
Alright, you go charging through. Give this dude a 1-2. And he is still standing, unfortunately.
Rough.
goes to Alexander. And you have a choice of 3 fish guys that you could choose to piece up.
Yeah, it's prime beating time. How's the one marked looking?
He is actually the best looking one, despite being the only one to take lethal damage.
Right. Okay. And then this one's like wobbling, right? He's
Yep, these
damn
other
near
2
out.
are pretty much there. They're about
Right,
done.
okay. So what we're gonna do then is we're gonna make an attack on this one.
Alrighty.
Ooh, that's not great.
With the +1, that is still a miss, unfortunately.
Yep. Okay. Let's go for a second one.
And that
That's a
hits.
lot better.
And with that, bam,
Yeah.
he drops lifelessly and just starts floating in the water.
Lifeless.
All right. Well, he's unconsciously. Yeah.
Oh.
He's
That's
like
different then.
And then I'm just gonna move on to this spot.
Alright, he kind of just pushes floating body out of the way.
Yeah.
And then we get to Bob.
Before we get to Bob,
Yes.
I would have had the +1 to hit with the Hunter's Aim crossbow, making it a 26.
Also, everybody would have had +1 damage if they hadn't added it already.
Okay.
So
I feel like it's a little
would
late to go back for that.
Well, it would just double anything for me.
We'll see how it goes going forward.
All right. Well, at the very least, 1 more damage.
Please,
All right.
Jib. I need it.
I need it, Pop.
So, sustain the lights, sustain the fire charge. Is this guy like? Can I see him, or is he like on the side of a-
He's technically on the other side of the wall, but you could like lean around and punch him.
That's hilarious. I only have like 1 action really now. I could try to swing over at him. Okay, let's try smack him. Smack. Smack.
And that's a hit. And with that,
Smack. Boop. Oh,
Do you have your mace equipped?
I mean, we're walking through a cave that we know is occupied by enemies. I would assume most people have their weapons out.
in almost
Suppose.
Three Stooges style fashion, a hand holding a blunt object just comes around the corner, bops him on the top of the head, and then he falls over unconscious as the hand slowly creeps back around the corner. And then we go to Casa.
Just Looney Tune shit.
Well,
are we trying not to kill them?
Trying not to.
yeah, we're trying not to. They're people. All right. Guidance on Anati, Saban, and who else goes next? Yulian.
Ooh.
That's my turn.
Alrighty. Next is the lone fish guy, and he does not like being surrounded and the last one still awake. So he's
Stay
going to
right
use
there,
his
motherfucker.
action to try to swim away.
All right, I will reaction swing.
Alrighty.
Can everybody in this group reaction swing?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Well, are you swinging to hit or swinging to grapple?
To grapple.
Alrighty. Then you can make an
Oh,
athletics
okay.
check if you would like.
Okay.
And would Taban like to... Well, I guess... Was Taban like to swing or grapple?
She will swing, but non-lethal.
Alright.
She has guidance.
To
Doesn't matter.
14 to 12. God, she sucks at these reactionary swings.
Alright. So Taban goes to deck this thing and misses just splashing the water. However, Zig somehow gets a firm grab on maybe this thing's tail or one of its legs as it tries to swim away. halting its action. Freaking out and desperate, it will turn around and attempt to start clawing Zig. And it will get you for 8 points of damage total as it turns around and starts.
Can I use my reaction again to to give him resistance to that?
Yes.
Sure.
Paladin.
So that's another 5, so that drops it down to 3 damage.
Okay, cool.
And then you may take a step if you'd like, but you know.
So if I take a step, am I dragging this thing with me?
No. If you move, you lose the grapple. That's the rules
Okay.
I
baseline.
think you can move with a restraint.
Nope.
Damn, that's gross.
So, given if you don't
Uh,
activate that,
nope. I will stay where I'm at.
it goes to Tabad.
Step.
It was flat-footed anyway.
Knife. Hobble.
That unfortunately is a miss. Even with
Another.
oh wait,
Yeah, not.
she has
It
guidance.
is flat-footed.
No,
does-
she spent the
Yeah,
guidance
she-
on the AOO
She
does have
technically
the-
also have Inspire Courage.
from Bob, though.
a +1, and a -2.
Oh yeah, I guess my guidance doesn't do anything because everybody's got that. Oh well.
No.
Well,
Listen,
with
we
the
choose which one.
flanking, that's actually a
It's
hit.
also flat-footed from being grappled.
Ah. All right. So sick. If that's a hit, 9 damage, non-lethal.
10.
And then, oh yes, 10. Thank you, good DB. My trusted advisor. Also because it is flat-footed. An extra 3.
Ooh.
And then she will try and bonk it again. Natural one. She'll just, bro. Man, what did they do to her?
I'll get the cards.
Oh, okay.
That would be lovely.
No.
Next
Oh,
we go
do you?
to
I got them right here. I keep them by my desk.
Now listen.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know where mine are, so that would be very helpful.
Non-lethal shot. It's my turn. Too late.
Okay, melee, stuck. Your weapon is lodged into a nearby surface or item. To free it, you must succeed a DC 20 athletics check made as an
Would you
interact
look at that? I
action.
shot with a crossbow. It was my turn. That's a shame. Missed it.
So Tabad goes to swing back, gets her sword stuck in the wall, and then Anadi takes a shot and
+1.
successfully hits.
Cool. Fuck this bitch. 5 non-lethal.
And with
How do you
that,
see the thing from where he is?
Well, if
Yeah.
Bob could see
Kinda,
the other dude,
but,
then yeah.
and with
Well,
that,
Bob just kind of had to reach around a corner, but yeah.
you pop this thing somewhere in the head, give it a good glancing blow, and just knock it unconscious.
Shoot between its eyes. No,
Right in between its eyes.
it doesn't need those.
And with that, this encounter seems to be over.
Zach, what does the eyeball on my character mean?
Don't worry about it.
You looking cute.
All right. How's everybody looking right now?
On
Anybody
a scale of
damaged?
1 to
Don't give me a-
46,
no,
I'm
stop,
at 32.
Oh my god.
Good. I love that. I love that.
I'm gonna reach out to give Ziggs a handshake and then hit him with the too slow and use lay on hands on myself.
After redeeming him twice too.
Do we want to spend 10 minutes so you can refocus and get your focus point back?
Honestly, might not be a bad idea.
Good.
Because if we want to spend 20 minutes, I could refocus in this interim. Actually, you know what? Just if we spend 10 minutes, I'll have 3 focus points. I'll spend 1 on Zig to get him a lay on hands as well.
Okay.
And then we can just press onward.
Let's have like Bob and Bob and Taban like down here guarding this way, right? And then let's have Yeah, and let's have Julian and Ziggs and Anadi guarding this way. And that way me and Goss can take our time to properly refocus.
How's
Yep.
Julian looking on HP as well?
He's a little hurt.
At how hard? I'd look at him. I sniff his HP bar. What does it look like?
Bloodied?
Yeah.
Really?
Bloodied
Oh,
50,
wow.
10% mortal generally is what I do.
Yep, he's about half.
Mm.
Ooh.
Julian, get back there. Go heal with your friends.
Slosh, slosh, slosh.
Okay, if we can spend 20 minutes, because then you can heal one and I can heal one.
Well, it's 10 minutes to get 1 point back, right?
Yeah.
So I can get one, expend one, and then get another one.
Right, but that's 20 minutes.
Correct. If
Yeah.
we're doing 20 minutes.
I'd like to. I'm just
Okay, sure.
checking to see if like the party is fine with that and if the GM has like anything interrupt us in that 20-minute span.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with
Maybe.
But
Yeah, cool.
Gasa will give 10 to Julian. She'll refocus.
10?
Sorry, 12.
I'll give one to myself and then refocus again as well.
Well, just
And
so
then I
I'm
can
not
give
crazy,
one-
BB, can't you only refocus up to one pool?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So I'll only have. So I'm going to touch Julian. We'll get 12 hit points. I will refocus, so I'm back at 2. I touch Zig, and then I refocus, so I'm back at 2.
So how much does the land hand give us?
12.
Okay.
During that 20, crossbow trained down the hall, entire time, movement, sound, just focused.
You don't hear too much more noise, but you do hear that familiar sound that you heard before of some echoey mumbling in Akla. But
We
while
are
all of
slightly
these,
closer.
but while all you guys are doing this, Bob, you have a similar experience to two of these other individuals. As you are just chilling here, trying to keep the lights going so your friends aren't just being there in the dark, a pair of
I'd be
ghastly
fine with
eyes a pair of ghastly eyes stare at you from the void within your own mind. And
This
I need
has to
you
be
make-
like a hag's eye or something.
Is that like
Probably.
an auditory or visual effect, or is it just like an actual spell?
It is
happening
a mental effect.
Ooh.
Oops.
And
Alright, well, fuck.
give me a will save. Oh wow.
Nice.
Fuck
You
these
said,
bitches.
I ain't afraid of no ghost. And you feel absolutely nothing different. Other than maybe you just imagined a pair of eyes staring at you.
Yeah, must be hungry.
Taban's just staring at you.
But, yeah. Other than that, which only Bob would be aware of, nothing else seems to really occur.
He doesn't even mention it.
I just think it's because I
Uh.
haven't eaten my protein in a while. 2 hours.
Well, it's been 2 hours since I've had a pump. This is bullshit. In fact, we haven't ever seen you work out.
All his muscles are prestidigitated.
Exactly, they're fake. How much juice you got in that bud? I was trying to mention before, though, we are technically closer. I hear their words or talk better.
Ah,
Right,
so
everybody's
go
talk
ahead
better.
and make another perception check, since you are now more directly in line with the sound. 19.
Right, not as high roll, but still not bad.
Yep. You can hear what definitely sounds more like a feminine voice, and it seems to be doing some sort of chant. The words don't really make any kind of sense. They almost seem like just garbled speech. of her talking to someone in a praising, almost pleading manner. She
I'm
seems
gonna.
to, from what the best you can discern from what she's saying, is she seems to be asking for a favor.
Cool. I'm gonna walk over to the witch of our party, even though I know she's not a witch. Hey, Gosa,
Yes.
you're a little bit smarter about the witches and stuff like that. What exactly would they be praying to, and why?
I'd like to imagine Gossa just gets like super offended.
Why would you ask me such a thing?
We'll find out.
So could I make either an occultism or maybe a religion check on what deities hags might pray to?
You sure can.
Which would you prefer?
Um, they might yield different sort of answers, but I guess if you're
I'll do them both.
all right, that is fair.
Occultism, religion.
No, that's not bad.
All right,
It makes sense.
so religion, as far as you are aware from your whatever knowledge you have on hags, you generally know that hags are not religious or spiritual entities. They don't really,
Mhm.
they're, as a community or a society, they don't really have a single deity that they worship. However, mixed with your occultism and your religion skill, you do know that specific hags will often make deals, almost like a patron type scenario, with various dark entities. Some of them can be, you know, known gods, known dark gods, but sometimes they form bonds with other malignant entities, such as stronger hags, evil dragons, demon lords, things.
Cthulhu.
Yeah, things from a very racist person's book. But yeah,
Hearing
there's nothing specifically that like all hags will like bond to, but they are drawn to stronger evil entities.
hearing this question be asked or like posed to Gossa, can I just make like a passive religion check?
Sure.
Neat.
Ooh.
God damn.
And with that, what information are you trying to call?
That's a great question. Oh, fuck.
I have this really awesome skill roll, but what do I do with it?
Right. So we know these are what, sea hags?
Yep.
Or
Presumably
we're
sea
assuming
hags.
them.
Yeah, I mean-
could I know what they're most likely to make a deal with? What kind of patron they might?
Well, I think we just kind of. Do we? Is there a
Did
specific?
Craggy say?
Oh,
There
yeah.
were sea hags?
I think we just assume because they like the water.
Yeah,
I can't
we're under the
recall.
assumption of that.
I can't recall if she ever mentioned they were specifically sea hags, but with that skill roll, and speaking of hags and deities, there is a specific name that comes to mind. There is an entity called Keguloon, and she is a lesser deity, an actual lesser god, that is often considered the mother of all hags. However, even with this title and this power, she's not like the patron deity of actual all hags. Like all hags don't just pray to her.
Right.
Most
Okay.
of them probably
Yeah.
couldn't give a fuck about her.
Can you type that name for me? Am I
Yeah.
allowed to like look at this since I got a critical success?
Megaloon.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Yep.
you
You also
mention
know that,
that?
just for a random extra tidbit with that critical roll, you do know that her home natural domain is Hades.
Okay.
That's where she likes to live.
We
Choice.
can move on now.
Yeah.
If there's
I'm
no
good with
encounters
that.
within the 20 minutes, we're refocusing.
Yeah, it's a surprisingly quiet 20 minutes.
Good.
Can we hurry it up? I'm starting to not be able to feel my feet.
They're getting all pruny.
I'm gonna stand on this little shelf. Just, get the rest of my body out of the cold for a little bit.
Anadi turns into a spider so he can actually climb on the wall and be dry.
No, I wish. Next level. Next level, I'll be able to climb walls,
But yep.
All right.
but only in a
Yep,
jungle.
I think we are
Right.
good to go. I'm gonna call back to these two. Come on up.
With the healing complete, Gasa heedlessly races down the hall top speed.
Oh, uh-oh.
No, she raced us down the hall.
Flash.
Stop her.
I'm gonna give Goss a little high five. Good job.
Yep. Tickles your palm.
Hmm.
Give me the reveal
Does he-
button.
Oh, and sorry, the damage goes up as well. That is correct on lay on hands.
Ooh.
Yep.
Big brain,
2d6
big brain. As I'm listening to these fuckers,
Yes.
you must be able to see or hear your prey. I would like to hunt prey, one of the sea hags, the one I hear.
All right. You, one moment.
Nice.
That's pretty nifty. You hunter's mark the one that you can hear.
Does this allow you to like
I have
scry the
pressed-
location?
No, but I have +2 perception checks to be able to seek them, which I'm assuming just means to look for them, and +2 to survival checks to track. So if these bitches try and run, I'll be able to find them better. Also, I ignore my penalty for ranged increments, so I can shoot that bitch at 240 if I need to.
As Ziggs moves up into the darkness before the lights start getting moved forward, you can tell that eventually there's another split in the cave.
Okay. I'll make it known, and then I'll ask Anadi on which direction his mark is at.
I use my echolocation.
Flash.
Yeah.
Go ahead and did you say it was a survival check?
Yes. This has +2 to it.
Where did Bob go?
13. He's beneath
I'm being
Gasa.
drowned.
Yeah. Oh.
No, it was Taban.
Oh my god.
Drowning
so
Bob.
people. Get these lights off of us.
You just look over and Taban's just kept slowly starting to drown Bob. And her eyes glow.
Oh no. She's got the eyes in the back of her skull.
But with that, you can't really discern any more better
Okay.
location other than somewhere in front of you.
I can't tell, but mate, flip a coin.
All right. Okay. I'll go further down, and I want to do. Can I try and do a perception check to see if I could hear from which direction?
You sure can. Up. Means my internet might be being a little slow.
I rolled an 11.
With 11, you can't really tell from which way the voices seem to be coming. They almost seem to be coming, like equally. You can't really tell.
Okay.
Guess we'll just have to split the party.
Nah,
I love that
I
idea.
feel like going up would be better, considering the path that we went. Going in deeper would be the better one, so I guess this way.
It's just archive that's being slow.
No, I am only trained in stealth. But
I cannot
I'm also
follow the
only
expert.
I'm also only trained in perception. So if they're both the same, I might as well try to avoid notice.
Right. I was just gonna see if I could follow the expert.
Anadi might be. I'm not sure if he's avoiding notice as well.
I think he's peeing.
Yeah.
He's back. What do you want?
The water
Are
gets
you-
warm around a naughty.
Oh shit!
Are
Naughty
you
steps
are
out
you
of the way.
stealthing?
Yes.
I'm going to
Jeff.
follow the expert 'cause I'm assuming you're an
All right.
expert.
I'm not. I have +9 now.
What? How are you not an expert?
I'm an expert in thievery and society.
Oh my god.
Hey, Tom Code, do you
that's because
also
of
have
archaeologists.
your books in close hand?
I got something that's close enough. I also have the books. They're on a shelf. I can see them. I have
All right.
books.
Can you pull up Acid Arrow for me, the spell?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
There is a. I'm gonna send you a link to a site. I pulled it up, by the way. Let me know what you need to know about it.
Range, if it's an attack roll, and how much
120
damage?
feet. It is an attack roll. It's a spell attack roll. It deals 3d8 acid damage plus 1d6 persistent acid damage. At level 2, if you cast it at a higher level, you can only cast it as it's heightened +2.
Ah,
So the next, you'd be able to cast it as a level 4 spell. At which point it would deal 5d8 acid and deal 2d6 persistent acid. But the site I just sent you is pf2easy.com. It's super quick for looking stuff up, if you know what you're looking for.
all right. Much appreciated.
That sounds gross.
Warren's used it a bunch.
no, I meant the acid arrow.
Yeah, no, Warren's used it a bunch.
Has he?
Yeah, more as Aiden. But
I was gonna say, well, Aiden hasn't been around for a year.
I still remember him. I haven't forgotten him. I know what he does.
I remember him too. I just remember him also leaving us.
Then you guys got Adam. It was balance.
Balance to the world. Well, then we had Suck On.
Phrasing.
His name was literally Sarkon, and then we just made fun of him. Sarkon this dick.
You made fun of him.
Damn right, and he held it, and we held it over him the whole game.
All right. As you go stepping forward, Zig, you hear a voice in a language you don't understand speak some hastily word, and all of a sudden you hear this sizzling sound as something comes flying at you from the darkness. You manage to just barely dodge it as it splashes on this cave wall. It begins to quickly erode it away. And with that,
Well,
let's
fuck.
roll for initiative.
Now, because I'm standing there, can I see further into the?
We'll reveal
Oops.
a little further.
We still get the +1 because he's scouting,
what's
correct?
Yes.
And from your field of vision, you can see one of the hags and a fish guy.
26.
However, she looks. Well, I was about to say she looks weird. That's given she's a hag.
Uh-huh.
But she generally looks like this: a mostly naked, elderly woman, has long kelp greenish hair, looks very emaciated, but you can see that she also seems to be having these like thick black tendrils that sort of are wrapping around her body and squirming.
Zach, quick question.
Yes.
What age rating is your stream?
I am not kid friendly.
Enough for me.
Okay. As soon as I see them, I'll yell, "Grandma, put your tits away!"
And you hear back, "You can't tell me what to do in my house."
You can't tell me what to do. Are you paying rent? I don't see no money.
You pay rent around here? I don't think so.
God, why am I rolling such shit for initiative?
You ain't the only one.
Fair enough.
It's probably gonna be a quick fight for her.
Good.
God.
Do I have less decks than Alexander?
Hmm?
Well,
It
actually,
just
no,
sort of-
I couldn't imagine you have less decks than a champion.
I'm just wondering why you're above me then.
Because you
I don't know.
rolled the same, and that's the order it put you in.
Probably alphabetical.
Oh.
I'm gonna BB.
I
You're
need
gonna do
to-
the combo.
You could put Julie.
Yeah.
All right. I will hold my turn anyways then.
Okay.
There's
Besides,
no
need
way
one
I
to
can
bring the
increase
lights
my
up
movement
closer.
speed through an action, correct?
I don't
You
believe
can
so.
stride more than once.
If you have the spell Fleet Step.
I don't.
Okay.
Can you
So I can-
liberate yourself from terrible
If I
torment?
get attacked, well, no, not even I can't.
Punch
So-
yourself.
Anadi said that you were gonna hold till behind Gasa.
I will delay my turn till Gasa because
Alrighty.
we're gonna do a cool combo again.
Alexander, you are first to engage.
I
Yeah.
need these lights moved up anyways.
So let's see. I can move
Just
where?
average.
Right about here.
You can move 75, so 35.
Yeah, 35 would be about right. So this is where I can get up to before all my movement is expended.
Alrighty. Next, it goes to the fishy guy's turn. And he will, on orders from his boss, come up to body block you guys.
How dare he?
You Lakini have been rolling rocks.
And as he comes splashing out of the water at you guys. Oh! Okay, so he swings at Zig, misses greatly, but then swings a second time and actually lands a hit for minimum of 5 damage.
What
I would like to tell him no.
Alright.
Well, what
No damage.
what was the roll?
It was a 19.
All right, my AC's 20.
His AC's, yeah.
Well, it's a 19
Whoa.
on the die.
Okay, what would the total come up to? Because I could still use my shield.
The total would make it a 30.
All right. So how much damage am I taking?
None if, since he uses his step thing, where he just kind of, you see a sword go swinging by your head and block the fishman's strike.
All right.
And then it goes to your turn.
All right. I will retaliate.
That's a good retaliation.
God damn. Is
And with that, boop, he immediately goes down.
All right. And then I will do my move. And right, it's still difficult terrain, correct?
Yes.
Mm.
All right, so it's 1, 2, 3, and then I will use my final action to get within melee range of the hag.
She doesn't like that. But being that you are now here, for your eyes, and really your eyes only right now, you can now see the entire room. And what you see... Give me the reveal button. No, that's not reveal.
Send him a screenshot of what he sees so we don't all see it.
Oh, show me. I can just pretend. I can lie for the DM.
We're all
Yep.
friends here.
Exactly.
That's actually a pretty good idea. We all make use of that. Boop. So,
So much.
Mr. Zig, this is what your elven eyes see.
Elvin.
I'm an orc, mind you.
You just called me a knife here.
Do you do anything with this information?
Yes, I will yell the other hag is in here with another entity, which I can't tell what it is from the picture, but there's another hag and something else in here.
Oh,
What are the characteristics of that something? Is it just like a bigger hag?
It's a bigger hag. It's 3 hags stacked on top of each other in a trench coat.
Yeah.
It's an
that's
Anatak.
Icewind Dale.
It's Segaloon.
It's a lagoon.
Segaloon, I don't
The
know.
hag deity we just learned
Yeah,
about.
the hag patron.
But then, if nothing else, it goes to Bob.
Bob, I need those lights moved up.
Yep. I will keep focused, use that turn up to keep these lights. go
You
in.
can move them up to 60 feet.
So this one was here.
Hey, get those things fucking down there. I need them to be at least within 40, and I don't think we need light back here. So this thing should have a bright of 20 and then a dim of 40.
Alright, so that's one.
Look and reach
They're
all
trudging over
up
here.
to about here.
Remember, it's difficult terrain.
Hmm.
Oh, getting drowned by Taban again.
Alright, so that is 10 feet. Is it 15 feet that I can move?
That is 20 feet you have moved effectively so far because it's all difficult terrain.
Each square
Unless you're
is 10 feet.
Unless your speed is 30, you cannot move any further.
Alright.
If you're starting
Where'd I
twice,
go?
you can move 30 feet.
Yes. If you want to, if you're only spending one action to move, you could then inspire courage. I don't know what your plan is.
Exactly what I was gonna do.
Cool.
Doing the inspire courage.
Nice.
Neat, neat.
That's everyone within 60? No,
Yep.
so just out of it. He'll live, I think.
Goes to Taban.
Fucking slosh, 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 slosh. And she stops her turn here.
Alrighty. Gasa.
All right, Gasa finally gets a chance to act. She is going to, of course, use her last first level spell of the day to magic weapon the crossbow.
Nice. It
But is the
hums.
ally willing?
It hums
No.
with magical energy.
I very unwilling.
And then she is going to move 2 squares, get out of the way a little bit, and that is her turn.
Alrighty. Pass to a naughty. Good old
Nice.
baton pass.
Uh,
Persona reference. For the dude
yep.
playing Persona.
DM choice. Can I see?
Like, yeah.
Sure. It's not the cleanest shot,
Excellent.
but you can see because of the lights.
So, like, lesser cover.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking. Evie, why do you always have to say shit like that? Why can't you just say, let him figure it out? I take a step.
I mean, either way, you got lesser
Be
cover
quiet.
because you're shooting through a bunch of people.
I'm gonna do this shit in your game.
All right, I call it out in my games.
Whee! How dare you be a good rules lawyer?
I know. How dare
yeah.
you be fair?
We can see a thing up here, by the way.
Be
No,
fair?
you can't.
Yeah, we can. Now I
Hi,
can.
Peachy.
All right. Anyways, let me just modify my attack roll first. All right, there we go.
And your damage.
Yeah, click clack. 15 plus 1, 16.
16. You send the
Jesus,
bolt.
that's max damage.
Yeah, you send
God,
the bolt.
that'd be awesome if it hit.
I know it would.
You rolled a 3 on the die. You want to spend a hero point?
I kind of do, but I kind of am curious. Do I have to know if it hits or not before I reroll?
You're kind of supposed to roll before you know the results.
Then I will do so. But I will keep the damage of the first one. 31.
All right. Now
Does
it
it crit,
hits.
good sir?
It hits now, and it does crit.
Holy shit.
All right, so
So,
this is going to hurt.
Does he get that first, the 20 damage?
Well, technically, I didn't roll crit damage on this hunter's crossbow. That should actually have an extra D10 in it. Because
Should
it
it?
didn't add it for some reason. Yeah, if you check the roll, it did not add an extra D10.
Is this the hag that's hunted?
Is
Actually,
not.
it did. I am not I am just stupid. So then I add this. Trying to do. If I could.
You had rolled only
do my
1
codes
d10
right.
for your crit.
So yes, I didn't modify it on accident. So this plus that.
So the 16 baseline. So 32.
Yes.
So 40 in total?
16, 16, 32. Because it's 16 for the crit that's already rolled double, and then the 8 is
Oh,
double.
the 8
because
is
it's
doubled
part
to
of-
16.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, it's a very scary sniper build that I made.
So that precision also gets doubled?
He doesn't get precision. That is his weapon is 2 damage dice right now because of the magic weapon spell. and he didn't have the second damage die figured in the
Hold
crossbow.
on, wait a minute.
No, he
wait
just
a
now realized
minute.
it's
Wait a minute.
magic.
BB called out something. The die there, the hunter's aim, is only 1d10. I thought he was. Okay, so 48.
48 damage.
Because it's
Alright.
that the d8 plus 2 is the precision.
Wait, but I thought you said this wasn't his hunted target.
It's not.
Yeah, so he doesn't get the precision.
Then just 32.
All right.
Forgive me, good sir. Click, clack, boom.
You
I fire my ballista.
you take up a standing sniper position, as awkward as it is, and send a bolt whizzing past Taban, Alexander, Zig, and
And Scott.
popping this witch right in one of her eyes. She lets out a howl of pain that echoes throughout the cave. As
Do we need to keep one of these people
Thick.
alive to learn how to turn these people back?
thick, gross, gooey blood just squirts all over Zig like a water fountain.
God damn it, Grandma!
You're squirting all over me. Is that all of Anati's actions?
No, now he uses a free action to drown himself in that comment.
All right.
No,
So Anati's dead.
Yep. I'm playing Taban now.
Next we go to Julian. And let's see if he will get to do anything with his piddly speed.
Ran, Julian. Mach schnell.
Alright, he cannot stop in Alexander Square, so he'll have to stop beside Alexander.
Thought you were about to say he can't stop running, and he just slides past.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop. Feel the power. But yeah, that would be his whole turn. Sloshing forward, heavy breathing. Next, it goes to this lady. And she is not happy. She calls out to someone else in the cave, presumably her sister, telling her to, I need help, hurry up. And then she turns back to Zig.
As a reaction, deception check. I'm gonna try to mimic her voice and lie. Never mind.
You do that?
No, I
Oh,
wish.
that would have been awesome.
It'd be really funny if that's a feat, but Zig, you see her sort of like whisper to these writhing black coils around her body, which point they rear up almost like snakes, revealing these giant, almost like sucker mouths, and they attempt to latch out to you.
No.
They
Nani?
each of them make 2 strikes.
Yeah, don't expect a reaction on this one. You already got it.
You're also a little far.
Yeah, that's
Kind of
true.
piddly, but one of them does manage to strike you. Oh, actually, that's his first attack, so... This thing... one of them, as they sort of like almost piston leap out at you, one of them bites you. You end up taking... What was that? Alright, you end up taking 8 points of piercing damage. And-
What was the roll? Because I still have my reaction.
The die is a 14, which makes it a 24.
All right, that would still hit.
So it hits, bites you, and then latches onto you. So now you are grappled.
Okay.
And then the hag will use her last 2 actions to attempt a very similar move. Oof. As she tries to do some more magical bullshit. You see her conjuring a ball of acid bubbling up in her hands as she tries to hurl it at you again. Would you like to use your attack of opportunity?
I will.
Kill this bitch. Kill this bitch.
Oh boy.
Tough.
You don't have a hero point, do you?
I do not.
Unfortunately, that is a miss. But fortunately for you, she also misses.
He's in melee. Oh, good.
Fuck yeah.
As she becomes very annoyed and very desperate. Alexander.
Wait. Okay, we're done. Splash.
The scum no longer has a turn. Turn's over. Zig.
All right, I will. Is there any penalties for swinging if I'm grappled?
I don't
The
think
grapple
so.
die.
Nope, not for grappled.
Oh.
All right, so I will.
It's only if you're restrained.
Okay, then I will swing.
Do it. That will hit. And
11 slashing. Nice.
Before any damage goes through,
mhm.
Bob's +1. So +2 damage from me.
Wait, plus
Okay.
2 damage?
Because I
Because you
crit.
crit.
And because this
Oh.
is the second time I've swung this turn, I get a +1 to my damage.
Oh, wow.
God damn.
So this
Annihilate.
worm thing has you, has a firm hold of you, and you're just like, fuck this. Swing out, violently decapitating Miss Squirming Sarah Salttooth.
Yes.
However, as she drops to the
What a
ground,
name.
the two writhing masses leave
Oh,
her body.
Can I get a blow up of those pictures?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay.
Ooh, that's not what I thought it was. I thought that was
Yeah.
an eye.
Right? That's what I thought. I was like, is that a giant cartoon rat?
Is that what it looks like?
I was thinking it was
When
more
it's
like a
small.
gecko or something.
I mean,
Oh.
When it's
That's
because
funny.
the mouth kind of looks like an eye.
Now
that's
that you say that,
150%
I do
zoom in.
see it. That's
You,
funny.
yeah, right.
All
All
right.
right. With
Wow.
them popping out, I will take a swing on this one.
Alrighty.
that'd be
22 does hit.
All right, and because this is the third time I've swung, my weapon die, I get it's +2 damage.
So 12. Boom.
And then whatever from Bob.
Up, so another 1.
well,
Boom.
the one only is for one hit, right?
Oh, is it?
I can't remember. Inspire Courage, how many times?
I already did it.
Last, or just the turn? Okay.
Inspire
Alright.
Courage lasts the entire turn.
Sick.
All right.
So, As these things slither off from her body, you just take your axe and chop into one of them, actually putting a massive gash into it. And then it goes to Bob.
All right.
Oh,
Keep the lights going, keep the Inspire Courage going, and just that.
I did have one action left, but I will
Oh.
use that to raise my shield.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you used all 3.
No, no, that's fine.
In range of the Inspire Courage, can you move these lights up a little bit more, Bob?
Also, Zach, this area should be visible to Alexander now.
Well, Bob's increasing the light
With the
range,
light,
which-
it should
yeah.
be, but it would be pitch black
Oh, okay.
for me. There we go.
There we go.
That's perfect.
What?
Oh.
What the fuck is
Yeah,
that?
you weren't lying.
oh, I know what that thing is.
I don't.
Get a close up on that.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's a cool creature.
Boop, boop.
I want to
Oh.
be
Yeah.
foolish.
I love the little dudes.
Looks like a lobster, I would say.
Yep.
Yep.
Like a
Kinda like
lobster eel sort of thing.
Yeah.
Another long fish thing swimming around the water over here. But you can also
They
see another
taste-
hag.
They
You
taste
know?
delicious.
You know, it reminds me of both a graboid and one of those bugs from fucking Starship Troopers, like mixed together.
Oh,
Like,
look,
you know what I'm
this,
talking about?
Yeah.
this goes to the same place here.
Yeah.
Presumably.
Bob, are you going to be moving up as any?
I just moved. Just,
Did you? Okay.
I can't
Yeah.
move a lot.
He's a very slow man, but with
These
his
two
Inspire
are
Courage, he can-
exactly in the range of your
Mhm.
Inspire Courage.
The muscles slowing you down. Next it
Slowed
goes
me
to,
down.
to Bond.
All right. Question.
Yes.
What is this blue shit? Why
Uh,
is this a different blue?
because for the map that originally was, it was all dry land. So I used
Oh.
that to show that it's
Oh.
still underwater.
Okay, so
lame.
you added difficult terrain.
Yeah, I did.
Cool. I don't know. I don't think Tabon's going to get a turn this an entire offensive turn. She
Here, are
splashes
those
all our
people?
turn to get up here. Yeah, 3 actions to stride up to this location and can't move into here because of movement. That's my turn.
All
Or
right.
Tabon's turn.
DM, are these people back here?
Yeah. As
Like human.
I guess as the lights fill the room, I should have described it. My bad. So as the light begins to fill the room, it's still a mostly submerged underwater cavern. However, there is a dry area in the back. Rising up from out of the water, you see 3 massive turtle shells, another sea hag, who is presumably having a conversation with this giant green statue that is very reminiscent of
comforting.
a nude woman, but has a shrimp-like head and large lobster claws.
So yeah, it's a cephalopod head, I think.
Hot.
And then
All
you
right.
see 4 bound humans who are essentially tied to the statue.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Gasa will then take her turn. And she is just going to breaststroke through the water for 3
Casually.
actions. Yep.
Going into the darkness.
Which she can see in because she
Oh, yeah,
has
good
dark
point.
vision.
A naughty.
Hi.
You can't. tell.
Sorry, I had a quick question.
Yes.
Maybe you said it and I just missed it. These turtle shells, are they like floating?
They are not. They're just so large that they are coming out of the water.
Good to know. Okay.
Scary.
But
I'm going to shout out in Aklo.
You can tell that this is your hunted target.
Yeah. I'm going to shout out in Aklo.
All right.
Hey, can you turn people from fishmen to normal people?
There is no response.
Your loss. Fire. I reload and fire.
All right.
Click, clack.
Ooh.
28. Is that crit, oh dear DM? Oh, sorry, 29.
Do you? Yeah. So you probably get some extra. Do you still have a magic weapon?
I do.
That lasts for 1 minute.
That does hit, but it does not crit.
All right.
I mean, hey, you get
Shame.
an extra.
Yeah, but no, I hurt like a bitch.
Yeah.
Take 25,
Nice.
26 damage because plus 1 from
26.
Bob.
That's pretty good.
Click, clack, boom. Do you know how to turn fish people into humans? I say again, and I end my turn.
This time, make a diplomacy check.
All right. So 20. You said it's minus
26.
26.
Ah.
Duh.
So you send another bolt, just whizzes past everyone and just decimates one of her shoulders.
God, I love being a sniper.
And is that all of your actions?
Duh. 1 action reload, 2 action shot.
All right. Next, it's going to Julian, who will, being that this is crowded, he will start moving up through here. Kind of brushes past Gasa and makes it to there. Now it's technically the hag's turn. Barely able to raise one of her hands, she keeps another one up as seemingly having a conversation with the statue, at which point it seems to radiate some kind of energy
No.
that blasts this dude right here. And everyone witnesses as he freaks out in werewolf-like fashion and turns into a fish man.
No!
Oh shit.
Do you want to become a werefish, Blue? I know were creatures are your jam.
I'm already a were spider.
At which point, everything else will start to go. So the giant suckerfish that is hooked onto Zig will continue its assault Actually,
Is it hooked onto Zig? I don't think they've gone yet.
it is from its
Oh,
first attack.
is it still grappled on me?
Yep.
I
Oh,
think
okay.
they were. Yeah, I think they were in her, or just like around her feet and blood.
I just thought the hag like bit him with her own teeth.
I was under the impression that they were draped around her like a high society woman wears a mink stole.
That is fairly accurate, and as she fell over dead in the water, they just uncoiled from her.
Yeah.
And so the one that is attached to you,
Hero point
you
for
begin
me.
to... you know what? Sure, give yourself a hero point.
Wait, really?
All right.
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay.
I don't roll anything, so I won't ever use it.
Hog. But this thing that's attached to you, you begin to feel very weak. Oh, I need to look up on that website you sent me something real quick.
Drained.
Yes.
You take a penalty on all constitution-based checks, including fortitude saves equal to the drain value. And then you also lose both max and current HP equal to the drain value times your level.
It has to do an upkeep on the grapple, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
If it wants to, yeah. Before the end of its
I'm
turn,
going
it
to
does.
I'm going to liberating step when it does.
Alright.
Ah.
So,
Fuck that bitch.
Zig,
Fuck that bitch.
this thing drains you of 9 points of your blood,
Okay.
and then it will use its final action to maintain the grapple on you.
Okay.
So
So
when it's doing the damage, I can do the liberating step, right? And then he can free himself
Let's see.
because it's damaging Zig when
Yep,
it
it
does
is
the drain.
classified as damage.
So yeah, so he gets resistance to 5 of that, and then he
Okay.
can try to break free of it, and then make a step.
Oh wait,
Okay.
try to break free, or it doesn't just break him free?
The ally can attempt to break free of effects grappling, restraining, immobilizing, or paralyzing them.
Ah.
Okay.
Go
So
ahead
what do I
and
need
give
to
me
roll?
an athletics check.
Or an unarmed attack roll if that's higher.
Or, yeah, I guess.
And then you can make a step if you want.
Yep.
Okay.
And that
If
goes
you can
against
move.
your athletics DC.
That is a success. This thing no
All right.
longer has a hold of you. And
Okay.
because of
And
the
then-
damage reduction, you are not, you take no damage. This thing doesn't get to
Okay.
suck any of your blood before someone ruins its fun. Someone cockblocks Zig. Zig doesn't get sucked off the screen.
Damn. All right. But though I will take the step and I will move down one. That way, Taban can move in.
Alrighty. The other one, since it's right beside you, Alexander, it will attempt to attack.
They can fucking try.
That's actually a pretty good roll. What's your AC?
20.
Yep.
Mm.
So, first, it lunges at you. You take a total of, 9 points of piercing damage as it bites you.
Okay.
It will use an action to grab onto you, and then its final action, it will attempt to drain blood.
I have to fight the grab, right? Or does it just grab
No.
me?
It has
It's
the special action on its attack plus grab. So as long as it
okay.
uses an action, it just grabs you.
Sure.
But then it just drains you for 7 points of blood.
Gross.
However, it
okay.
cannot maintain the grapple because it used all its actions. So after it bites and drains you, it slumps back into the water. This thing, it might actually just sit there. Let's see. Yeah, it's actually just gonna sit there. But then this guy,
I don't like that.
this fish guy, gonna come swimming up. Boop. And Inimi Maimo, who is he gonna swing at? 4. Reroll. 2. He takes a swing at Taban.
Fuck.
4. Boom. All right. He smacks Taban with. That's the wrong page. For only 8 points of piercing damage as he sinks some of his ghastly fish claws into her. And then it
Ouch.
goes to Alexander.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about doing non-lethal damage anymore. So we're just gonna beat the fuck out of this dumbass worm.
Big worm. 26. God damn.
Yep. That
Oh, 27.
that does hit. And with the
27?
with the +1, it does crit.
It has to make a fortitude save, I believe. As per what it says right there on its attack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Oop. What's your fortitude DC? Or no, your class DC?
My class DC, 19.
19. Yep, that's a fail.
Neat.
And so you smack this thing so hard that it becomes concussed.
Cool.
Get fucked.
And I believe that was just your first action.
That was the first one. That's not that great.
Max damage, though.
You swing out again, but this time it's a miss.
It is a miss. A big sad miss.
You've got a Divine Ally Blade, right?
I do.
Okay.
I mean, if these things are undead,
Nope.
it's no, okay, then yeah, nothing happens. Third action. I'm trying to figure out if I want to just move or if I want to heal myself or heal someone else. I think,
All up to you.
yeah. I'm going to intimidating glare the hag.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, she is not looking at you, so I'm not sure if that would be effective.
Can I yell at her and get her fucking attention?
I mean, you can try to
Just
intimidate
do
her
a regular
normally.
demoralize. Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah, I mean the other hag understood common, so I suppose maybe I'll try it.
When they were on the phone, I think.
Yeah, no, they do speak common for sure.
Who knows?
Yeah, so let's just intimidate.
Give me that intimidation check to demoralize.
Fuck yeah.
Wow.
She's frightened too.
Yeah.
You try to
Heck
touch
yeah.
another one of those fucking people, I'm gonna wring your head from your fucking shoulders.
There is no response, but you can tell that your words have sunk into her.
She's trying to summon more just because of out of fear now. Oh shit!
Yeah. And then that's it for me.
Alrighty. Sig.
All right, I am going to take a swing on this worm.
That's a
Nice.
hit.
It's a good one too.
All right, and then is it still alive?
It is still alive and wiggling.
All right, second swing.
Oof.
Unfortunately, that is a miss.
Now, Zach, we talked about this. All right, third swing.
Ooh. It's not much
Also
better.
a miss. But it's not a crit miss.
All right, well, that's it for me.
Bobby boy.
Fuck. No. Can I see this thing?
Probably not.
Go too far.
From back there and
Oh,
through
fuck.
all that stuff, probably not.
Alright.
You are looking straight through that wall, so probably not from the angle you're currently standing.
Eh.
There you go.
Alright. Well, I guess that's my turn because I had to sustain everything else.
Ah,
I did
You can
I
move-
did send
you
you a
can move
message,
closer.
but okay.
I move 10. Poor Bob.
as Bob, whoops, like we
Skip
Oh,
the
no.
bond.
Yep, my mouse double clicked. We go to Taban.
Excellent. Hello, fucking fish person. Swing. Holy shit.
That is a hit.
29.
Yeah,
That's a crit, right?
indeed it is.
Damn.
Sick. All right, with a crit, the creature's frightened and she's going to knock it up to 10 feet away. Boom. Fucker.
Boop.
All right, she will spend an action to step, and then she will raise shield or stride because water.
Alrighty. Gasa.
All right. Well, I wanted to use 3 actions for this, but she is not remotely in sight. I got this big stone wall blocking me. Unless you say I have some vision there somehow, I wouldn't give it to me, but you're a lot nicer than I am as a GM.
Unfortunately, no. That wall goes all the way to the ceiling.
Okay. So Gasa is going to stride. Can I fit here?
Sure. We'll say you're hugging the wall.
Yeah, she's going to hug the wall. And then she is going to reach out with gravitic forces of the universe. And the frightened 2 sea hag is going to have to make a fortitude save.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Cool.
Wow.
So
So that
keep
would
in mind
mean
you got that
she would have
minus
rolled.
2.
Yeah, she would have had rolled a 0 on the die because of that.
All right, that is a critical failure, meaning she is going to take double damage as the gravity extending from Gasa just like tries to break her bones
All right.
Gross.
with a bone
This is that
shaker.
new spell. Yeah.
Only 24 bludgeoning. I rolled average on every single die.
Only 24.
That's not much.
As you reach out through the void of space and stars, and your hand magically clasps around her skeleton, and you violently shake her with the force of a star, and she crumbles.
Oh, good.
Nice.
And as she falls lifeless, what looks like a giant shell on her back is actually a crab that detaches, and it kind of just scuttles away.
It's a true mastermind. Stop it.
I was going to say, why is it running?
Yeah, kill it, kill it.
I'm nowhere near.
But
Yeah.
being that now this hag is dead, everything starts to get really quiet.
Oh.
The magical energies emanating from the statue begin to weaken and dissipate. And
And the fish people turn back to normal?
That
And this
might
fish
be the
guy-
case.
turns
Oh, good.
back into a person.
Yay!
I did mean to ask her about ontological inertia, but I was too busy.
What?
It's the whole thing, like, ontological inertia refers to the, essentially, if a creature, like, does a magic effect, in, like, movies and stuff,
Sure.
and you kill them, if it doesn't have ontological inertia, whatever effect they created stops or fixes itself.
Oh, whatever. Okay, I understand what you're saying.
It varies from effect to effect.
Not
in
true
this case-
polymorph.
Does this scum?
It's only regular polymorph.
Yep. As you guys go back through the cave, whenever you do, you will find that all the fish bodies have been turned into regular people.
They've all drowned.
Are we out of combat?
Yes.
Oh,
It's all
so
the-
what's
all
going on with
fish
the
are back
worms?
to normal.
Crab,
Yeah.
get a crab.
Oh wait. Oh, the worm's still.
the worms
Yeah.
are still up.
Ah,
That's
those are
up
the
for you to tell us. We have
That's
no
something.
idea.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
my
is the
bad.
crab.
I
The
thought,
crab,
I
this
thought you
guy.
finished killing the worms.
Yeah, and this thing.
This thing,
Yeah, that Bitey's still alive. Or, sorry, I saw his name on the
there's
screen.
I still see 4 living enemies on the battlefield.
My
Yeah.
bad. I thought
But the scum's
worms
changed.
that got killed. But yeah, it goes to a naughty then.
Excellent.
A
Liar.
premature victory.
Uh,
A victory
Well-
nonetheless.
This dude turned into a human, so I can't shoot him. This one's blocked, and this one's blocked.
I mean, this one you could probably make a case for.
I will
Barely.
ask the GM.
We'll say sure. Because it doesn't clip through the wall.
All right.
Standard
click
cover?
clack. Shut the fuck up.
Light cover.
I aimed the crossbow bolt myself. No. Defy the gods. No. I will change my hunters over to that one
Alrighty.
and fire.
Ooh.
18.
That hits. And with that,
Cool.
boop! You send a bolt right through this thing that basically cuts it in half. And it just slumps over
Splits
into the
into
water.
two.
Yeah.
That's my turn. Very fast.
Julian! And
Here's
Julian
the other D8.
is going to just start smacking the shit out of this other worm. Wow. Took him 3 ties, but he critically hits.
Oh, shit.
And he just pummels that worm into like a black gooey paste in the water. And then it would be the hag's turn. But let's see. I believe these, with how these things are, they actually won't be initially aggressive. So I guess with the worms dead, that is actually the end of combat.
Oh. Okay.
Not aggressive. Okay.
I'm gonna yell out to Gasa. You can heal in an area, right?
If
Is
I had the might to muster more magic, yes, I could. Sadly, I do not.
All right.
Mechanically, I am tapped out on leveled spells.
Sure. Just pretty immediately, I'm going to start rushing back for all the people.
Yeah, and I will slowly walk up to these guys, trying to keep a wide berth from the 2 live creatures, and I will untie them and check on them.
Alrighty.
You're showing a guy up here, Zach.
Anadi with me. Let's go.
Right?
Alright. As you guys go back through the rest of the cave,
It's fucking dark,
Oh,
right?
hey, sorry. Can I? Oh, here. Do you guys need light?
Yes. Somebody with dark vision and light come with us.
Gasa takes one of your bolts and casts light on it, and then gives it back to you.
You're a spider, right? You should be able to see in this dark.
He's not how spiders work.
I don't know how spiders work.
Hey,
I don't know
do-
what you are.
I do want to say,
I'm a spider.
if I got the killing blow on her, it essentially was like a internal black hole, as her bones all just got like sucked into a singular point.
so her
That's
body's
cool.
just a sloppy mush now.
Yep, it's a basketball-sized piece of sea hag.
As we're going through, I just want to make sure that they're not like face down in the water.
Yeah, as you guys are going through, you're finding them. They're all sort of like, waking up because they wake up underwater. These 3 were unconscious. They wake up. As you guys go through the rest of this cave, you find other humans kind of just swimming about, a little confused, but
We missed a
they're
chance
alive.
to beat them up for XP.
I love that we took the fastest possible route to the hags.
Yeah, it was good. This would have been really rough if we had to go fight all these guys down here.
I would have run out of spells
Yeah.
before this fight.
I would have run out of bolts.
Well, I mean, I had to make it difficult because you guys, as you saw, very easily just bodied 2 of the hags.
Can I pray for dim vision? Just like in just a frenzied rush to try and save these people.
I have light on my crossbow bolt.
I know. I'm just saying, you're being slow.
You
Theater of the
can,
mind.
but then nothing happens.
Oh,
Now, Zach.
Yes.
Knowing that these hags lived here, and with these turtle shells, is there like openings in the shells?
Yeah, they're almost very reminiscent of like huts. And in fact, Taban goes sort of rushing into one of them.
Oh, 'cause
And
she
pulls
knows
out the seashell that has her voice in it. A la the Little Mermaid.
Yeah, actually. She comes out, and she has like a handful of like these big conch shells, and she starts
Called it.
taking them
Another hero point.
and,
Give myself
and
3.
starts smashing them onto the turtle shell. And when she runs out of shells, she goes back in, grabs more, just starts smashing them all on the turtle shell. And she'll keep doing this until she
It's a lot.
finds a specific one, at which point she now has the ability to talk again.
That's a lot
Yay!
of voices.
And
Uh,
she once upon realizing that she can talk, she kind of just glances over it and goes back in and just keeps smashing any shell that she can find.
Gasa wants to try approaching this creature. Because while Jake recognizes it and loves these little things, Gasa has never seen anything like this before in her life.
Yeah,
Won't bite
probably none of you guys have. It is a very interesting
And-
creature.
She wants to do a nature check to command an animal.
Go ahead. This will be a
she's
tough
gonna give.
check.
Well, it's command an animal is an action that has a defined thing. It goes against the creature's will DC.
Even if the creature already has an owner.
You issue an order to an animal attempt a nature check against the animal's will DC. The GM might adjust the DC if the animal has a good attitude toward you, you suggest a course of action it was predisposed toward, or if you offer it a treat.
Are you offering it a treat?
Yes, I am going to offer it a ration.
All
We
right.
have a sea hag.
I will remove it from my inventory.
All right. As you approach this thing,
I'm also casting guidance on myself.
as you guys approach this thing, it is defensively aggressive. It doesn't like people getting close to it, as it snaps its claws at you. But go ahead and make that check.
All right, here we go.
Swear this
I'm
hero
spending
points
one of my hero
right.
points. I only spend hero points on pointless skill checks.
There might be a
really
point to
funny.
this
Just like
one.
me.
There you go.
Ooh.
That it should be a 24 with guidance, plus any bonus the offering of a ration might have given me.
All right. And you said this goes against its will save?
Yep.
All right. With
It's just will DC, so it's will plus 10.
all right. And all right. So Zig kind of ignores this thing as he's tending to the humans who are seemingly coming out of a stupor. So its attention is seemingly on you. It's very defensive. It doesn't like people getting close to it, and so it seems to be aggressive at first, snapping and coiling up at you. But with you self-correcting your approach and providing it food, it seems to warm up to you a little bit. It does take the food from you, but it does so not in a harmful manner, but definitely an assertive manner.
Alley cat. Are these guys down here unconscious or are they swimming?
They're all swimming.
Okay.
Swimming
I'll
No.
just replace all the fish people with regular people now.
Yeah. I'm just making sure. Let's rush back to the entrance really quickly just to get to these guys.
All right.
Make sure they're all good.
Yeah, they're they're kind of floating there a little weirdly, but you can make sure. Maybe have to give them some CPR, but they're fine. They're alive.
All right, and then once I'm done messing with these people, I'm gonna take a look inside this shell.
You look inside the giant turtle shell, and it seems to be a rather mundane hut. From what you can tell, there's sort of like almost like a bed or a nest in the middle. It seems to be made out of like sea plants, and then there's all kinds of like impromptu shelves that, just like in the other hag's place, are covered in all kinds of weird shit. but mostly
Alright.
seashells, like big conch shells. And
Alright,
Taban's very
I-
deliberately smashing any seashells that she finds.
Okay, I will start smashing, and then as I'm doing that, I'm just gonna see if there's anything that we could use.
So you look about, and as you're smashing the shells, and there doesn't really seem to be, kind of just like at the other place, anything that seems to be intentionally the hag's possessions doesn't seem to be of any use to you.
Okay.
All right.
Can I investigate this little crab dude?
You would try to approach the crab thing, and it vehemently backs up from you and gets aggressive.
Oh,
It is a
Oh,
crab.
is it just a regular crab, or is it like a larger crab?
It appears to be a regular crab. However, it's like, the size of a dog.
Might
It's
be
not a
familiar or
regular
something.
crab.
It looks
could be
like a
coconut
regular crab.
I'd like to point out as
Crab?
well. She turned into fucking things. That might be the sea hag.
No, she didn't turn into it. Remember,
fell off
they
of
were
her.
draped around her neck like
Oh.
a rich woman's stole. That's how I got my second hero point.
can I try to do like a fascinating performance to like fascinate it so it's not so fucking aggressive?
Make it dance.
Dance if you wanna.
Anadi, do you have healing kits or anything?
You try
I
to
got nothing.
interact with the giant crab,
Shit.
but it
At least-
seems to have no real intent on being friendly, having just watched you guys kill, presumably its owner.
I mean, I can. It's a skill feat, and it has to do a will DC.
Is anyone able to sense magic in the room?
I think I can only read auras.
Can you read the aura of that crab? I'm just saying, it could be a familiar. It could be
That
just a crab.
You take a moment to try to read if there's a magical aura from the crab, and there is not.
Yeah.
Cool.
trying to befriend an angry crab.
Just good to know. Just, I'd like to start using lay on hands on these people to get them awake.
Alrighty. It's easy enough.
Yep. Is there any way Aurori would allow me to have a larger pool of divine magic for this?
You have to do a
make-
refocus chant, bro.
Yeah.
Religion check?
We can bring him back on the boat.
No.
Oh, they're just
Don't-
unconscious.
Can't carry them all.
Well, I'll do this. Hey, all you other people, come here. I get all of the people down here to
I
go
mean-
pick up all the unconscious people.
Yeah, as they see you, they will come swimming to you guys, trying to
Exactly.
figure out what is going on.
All right.
And yeah.
This is Alexander. He is your chaperone.
They
He will take care of
will
you.
they will help carry their unconscious crewmates to any that
Yeah,
you guys
is
couldn't.
Julian? I'm surprised Julian isn't going with
I don't know what Julian's doing.
Anadi and
Yeah.
Alexander.
This is why I don't
I
I
leave
don't like
Alexander
to
at the entrance with
run
the front light, and I'm
NPCs.
walking back. Yeah.
It's fair.
I'm going to walk over back into the crew area. I want to look at this bucket thing. Do I know this god? I'm from
You-
Chalta.
you do not.
Oh, damn.
And
Just
mess
straight
with
out.
the statue, like investigate.
Can I get permissions to move these guys over here?
Oh, just
So I can run back and forth and drag them through this place.
I think most of this place is just theater of the mind now.
Yeah, basically. Otherwise, it's just me, dragon.
A hassle.
Yeah.
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 Has
Alright.
Gossip pet the critter?
Make another check. Attempt to
Okay.
pet the critter.
She will offer it more food if need be.
Alrighty, that's up to her.
All right, she will offer it more food. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Ooh, wow.
All right. This thing does seem to be more what's the word? Receptible to you, and in fact allows you to pet it. This
Also, what are you doing?
this soft, squishy, almost slimy creature, and it kind of as you begin to pet it and nurture it, it warms up to you a little bit and kind of almost becomes like a belt. It kind of wraps around your waist, using its claws
Yeah.
to like hook onto
Hold
itself.
its tail.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Gossa, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm making a friend. She gives it a chin scratches.
Can I make
She-
a nature check to see what the fuck this thing is?
She has a new
Or
belt.
wait, have
Sure.
you done that?
No one did a nature check to see what it is.
24.
Wait,
23.
what? All right. You recognize this creature as something called a reef claw. That seems to be the only real name that people have for these things, as people don't really know what they are. But with a 23, what is two things? Oh, well. What's three things you would like to know about it?
Are they? Do they make good pet?
Truthfully, no.
They're not.
Hmm. That'll be my one if Gossa wants two or whatever you said, or unless you wanted three from all of us.
I mean,
No, you can go ahead and ask more.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
oh yeah,
sure.
I guess it would be three
Is-
from both of you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well. Okay. Up to you. So good pet. No. Poisonous.
Are they poisonous?
I think you're looking for venomous.
And yes, they are.
Venomous. Poisonous. Whatever.
They are venomous.
Okay. So both venomous, poisonous. Intelligent. Like, are they actually smart? Maybe not like intelligence, like score smart, but can they can they communicate?
Are they sentient?
Yeah.
So-
Are they sentient?
Sapient.
In a way,
Whatever.
it is intelligent.
Oh.
It has a -3 intelligence modifier, but it can perfectly understand common.
Oh. Oh. Well, those are my three, I suppose. I will tell Gossa this as I look over down to this little thing. Hey, brother, you gonna be okay?
She's
he
very
can tell.
fascinatedly like running her hand along its along like its fin, along like its body, giving it like chin scratches, like I said. So information she would like to know. She would like to know its personal name.
Its personal name, you find that there's actually a small little like leash on it.
Collar.
And, yeah, collar, and chipped into a what looks like the dog tag. It's actually like a piece of shell, and scratched into it is the name Bitey.
Bitey. Love it.
What else would
I'm
Gossa
gonna
like
ask-
to try to identify about this creature?
AC.
AC, it has a 20 AC.
Huh?
I thought you said 28 for a second. I was like, holy shit.
That's a
2-0.
tanky little fucking fish. Yeah.
It's not
And
tanky,
lowest
it's just squirmy.
Lowest saving throw.
Lowest save is Will with a +4.
Ah.
Lowest.
Well, Gossa, I'm gonna look. Well, first I'm gonna speak to the creature as I was. You gonna be all right with my friend here?
You speaking to Gossa or Bitey?
I'm speaking to Bitey, I suppose, because
You get close and try to talk to it, and its spines sort of tense up, and it lets out a gargled hiss at you.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, calm down, Bitey. It's all right. It's all right.
You named the thing already.
No, it's already his name.
It's
got a collar.
As long as you take it on walks, it's your responsibility. You feed it. I don't care.
I'm taking tame animal for my next skill feat when we level up.
Oh, that'll make so much more sense. I was confused if you were trying to get an animal companion early.
Funny.
Fair enough. And then on the stack after that, I suppose it goes to a naughty pokes the statue because that's in the chat.
What? Poke
In the
statue.
chat. Yeah.
I would also be liking to be touching.
Yeah,
this
Bob was
statue
doing that
and
as well.
Investigating.
Well, I'm just poking it. I'm not touching.
Don't touch the boobs.
If you're not
Hey,
touching it,
that's
how are you poking it?
I am poking it with like my finger, but
Okay,
clearly
you're touching it.
someone else's verbiage, their derogatory verbiage, they are touching it. I'm just poking it with my finger.
Yeah, because poking
Can
is.
Gasa try to identify it with occultism?
I couldn't.
You cannot identify it. None of you
Okay.
know what this is a statue of, who it's of, what it's of. It's just weird.
We don't even know what it's made of.
That you could identify with a craft check.
I will do that along with my poke.
Oh.
Hero point. I'll spend my second hero point.
Go for it, bro.
Yeah, it's 8 hits. It's 9:30. Might as well.
There you go.
It's some kind of rock.
It is green.
You can
Can I,
identify
like,
that.
shake it and stuff?
Can you what?
Like, shake at the thing and see if it can move it or something?
Shake what?
He wants
Shake
to
the
move the
statue.
statue.
Oh, like physically?
Like,
Give
jiggle
me
at
an
it, like a
athletics
vending
check.
machine.
Bob, they're made out of stone. They won't jiggle.
Like a vending machine.
A vending machine. You try to push it, and it is a very hefty statue. It doesn't move.
On the stack after that, from Alexander's, he's just like, do some searching. Is there loot?
You
On the
search
sea
about.
or others?
You search about, and the only thing you seem to really find is maybe some of the gear that belonged to the sailors, like maybe some of their clothes or some of their weapons.
Oh, fucking got the shit of the sailors. I'm gonna go into all of these things. Is my bag in here? What the fuck is it?
No.
Fuck. Wow, I'm glad we killed the storm hag then, because this loot sucks.
Do the hags have anything on them?
I asked that.
On
I
their
thought you were
body.
just searching the room.
I said
Yeah.
room and bodies, but I'll get this one.
You search
I'm
on their
back.
bodies, and the only thing you seem to find is a very similar curio to what the storm hag, a little necklace,
Ooh, I got another hag's eye.
and they each
Can
have.
you use those?
They each
No.
have one. Ooh,
Yep.
I have 3.
Well, I'm at this one.
Yeah, they each have one.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
All right, do you want to keep that one? All right, fine. I only have 2.
You touch everything that's creepy. Let somebody else get cursed. No. Do you want it? Because I don't need it, but like,
Yeah, Gasa will take it.
okay. Here you go.
She's gonna make a bracelet out of them.
I was gonna make a necklace.
Fucking, bro, you're gonna go around and some other fucking hag's gonna see you carrying them. They're gonna be like, oh shit.
Oh shit!
Fucking, they killed 3 hags.
Well, they'll either invite me to join their coven, or we'll fight them and get XP.
Or they'll kill you because you're just terrified.
Life is transient. That's fine.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's not like I don't have 24 other builds I could make.
All right. Well, if that's all the loot, Anati's going back to the boat. Holy shit. This army of people.
You know, I completely forgot that we got here with the giants.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank God we did.
Thank God.
Because we need it for how many people we have.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah, I can't feed all of these. We didn't have to reduce rations when it was us. Now with this,
All right, but yep, you guys begin to group everyone up and
Would you
lead
say
them.
that's enough time to get these 2 back up?
Yeah,
Okay.
and so you guys begin to group up, gather everyone up, and lead them out into the sun. As the giants are kind of still chilling there, they give you a wave,
Villain point. Good pun.
and
Because they're frost giants.
yep, chilling. And they begin to help you guys up into the boat, which was very chilly before, but now it's extremely chilly now that everyone is soaking wet. But
oh no! I told them to kill all the fish people who got on board.
they're people.
Start smacking.
Regular
I know,
people
I
now.
know, I know.
But the frost giants try to do what they can to make you guys more comfortable. They
I mean, are they fine with us like starting a fire somewhere? Like,
Yeah, I was about to say
On a boat.
they start to make a little bonfire towards the front.
we
of
can
the
do,
boat.
yeah, like like an brazier or something.
Yeah, they set up a fire that you guys can try to gather around because they know that their lifestyle isn't suitable for you guys. But
These
they
are the most understanding frost giants in
I
any
appreciate
TTRPG ever.
I mean, it says they're not dicks, so
Yeah,
yeah, I appreciate
I'm just
them.
saying that's unusual for frost giants.
He might have missed a word on that and the fucking thing talking about them, but we'll just ignore that. They're cool people now. Also,
they,
we
they
saved one
are
of them.
they are cool people to that time.
Are they taking us to the fort or to the port?
I
Wherever
thought-
you
I
want
asked
them to
it.
take
Well,
you.
we want to. So
I
we're
asked
stopping
them
at
to
the
take us
camp
here.
first.
Yeah, the
Alright.
camp would probably be the best idea.
Well, if they
Yeah.
want,
Many of
if
them
you
are.
want them to take you guys to Fort Belleroon, then they will, as long as you direct them.
Well, I specifically remember talking with the captain of these people, which I named somewhere.
Captain Droofy.
Yes, Captain
Droofy,
Droofy,
yeah.
along with our friend
Well,
Silky, who's on the board.
So they wanted to
that-
stop at the camp first, though.
Oh yeah, they do. They stop at the camp, and Droofy hops off for a little bit to presumably give more orders to her people, and then
Oh.
comes back. What's up?
Will we have to throw an offering into the water?
We killed the hag.
No, I know,
That's
but
not-
for the turtle.
Oh, for the
Yeah, that's
turtle.
not what the offering was for.
Yeah. I think the turtle protects Chult. Anybody on Chult is already fine. So
No, remember on the boat ride here,
Yeah,
they
Captain-
threw something in the water.
Anyone
Captain
coming
Julian
in
had
through
to-
the port has to pay homage to the turtle.
with the map that we have, though, we could go from here to here if everybody wants to do a jungle climb.
I
Not with all these people.
yeah.
I think with all these people, we'll be fine.
No, I don't. I disagree.
Pretty sure we won't be coming back with all of them.
Listen, we got giant escorts and a giant party.
Well, actually, yeah, we could ask them to send a giant with us.
Well, that was what
Well,
I
no,
was remember
yeah,
talking
doesn't-
to her about, but people keep saying, I told Droofy, do you want to come back to the fort with us so you can speak with the other commander, not only to prove that giants are here, but to form an alliance?
Okay.
Because we also have to tell them about the fucking, the wizard tower, which we should actually put on the map right here. At one point, because that'll be an outpost for our Flaming Fist friends.
All right.
And that way we could have effectively this entire northeastern coast or like area protected by Flaming Fist and giants.
The Aarakocra would appreciate that as well, probably.
Well, the Aarakocra are way down here.
Are they?
Yes.
Yeah.
They live at Kirsabal.
Oh, okay.
But
That is their town.
if we talk with them, figure it out. I mean, Red Fist, Julian was there. Maybe he can talk with Beacon Bros. But we know that Julian, not Taban, but the rest of us are all welcome at Kirsabal.
Okay.
That's what I remember.
Okay. If you want, we can go through there, I guess.
So you guys are
Just thinking.
parking here?
I think we'll be fine as long as we have our very large friend and their escort. As long as, maybe one of us or Julian and Co should reach the base first once we see it within visual range, and then the giants come in after us. So it doesn't look like there's a giant raiding party attacking the fort.
Oh, you guys stop at the giant camp. Droofy hops off for a little bit, and they continue to sail you guys around this horn. You guys, judging from your map, think this should be a relatively good spot to disembark to the camp because it's about equal distance. though technically going through the jungle, but you won't have to deal
Yeah.
with the turtle. And
And
so,
no port.
roughly a day's travel after you guys set the ship, you guys begin to make it back to the fort.
We hustle to make it half a day's travel. Just saying. I'm sure that the Giants are tight on time.
So, just a quick question. I'm not expecting this to be the case. Has the reef claw stuck with Gasa this entire time?
Ah,
Bitey?
once you guys get out of the water, it does.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think it was
Yeah.
It could go on land.
It does
So
want to go
she-
back into the water.
Yeah, she lets it go. She, gives it a pat,
Lady.
cuddles her forehead against it, and then waves farewell as it disappears. Does a free willy thing, maybe?
It tries to jump over the giant boat, but lands in the middle of it again. Flop, 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 flop.
Gasa picks it up and tosses it back in the water.
It's very slippery. You have to do it like 5 times.
Holding a bar of soap in the shower.
Yeah, you guys make it back to town relatively fine. Everyone survives the trip, including all the sailors that you saved. And you bring Droofy. Droofy still comes along. She brings like 2 of her squad mates.
there too.
2 of them. Silky's already back at the camp. He stayed.
Okay.
But
They did have to switch out the rowers.
But yeah, you guys come embarking up to the fort. There's a little bit of a stir as when people start to see, oh my god, there's giants marching towards the fort.
That's exactly why I said we go first.
But being that no hostile action is taken from the giants, and with you guys sort of escorting them into the keep, they seem to be allowed to come inside. They, squat to get under the main door, and they're mostly welcome, given that the chilling breeze they bring is quite refreshing from the tense Choltian heat. It doesn't take very long before Gruta comes out and sort of makes a scene, trying to welcome you guys back, the giants, and there entails the whole debacle of your adventure. But what do you guys do?
We needed to talk to the captain, right?
Yeah,
The lady in charge.
Yeah, we need to bring Droofy and have thing written down. Sildra.
Chapman.
Yeah, I'm first and second commander. That's who I'm looking for.
Yep. Lyria is the first commander and Gruta's the second.
Yep.
Yes, so we need to get Droofy, Gruta, Lyria, goddamn, all these powerful women, all together, and then hopefully we can broker some form of agreement,
On the way
No
there,
actual stuff.
I'm going to take Droofy's earring off of my, I guess one of my belt buckles or something, just wherever I've kept it.
Okay.
And there's well, since you're here, I probably won't be needing this.
She thanks you and takes it back. And Lyria, when she greets you guys, she's just as hurried as she normally is. She's a little taken back by the sight of giants, and normally when you guys interact with her, she'll tell you about setting up a meeting with Captain Lyria. However, at this point, she's basically, I'll go get Captain Lyria. And you guys basically sort of wait here in this little courtyard with the giants. She returns pretty quickly with Captain Lyria. And you, whole group, begin to have a discussion. Lyria does take a little bit of a second to sort of realize that, okay, there are indeed frost giants here. And then, conversations begin to indulge. And what is the first thing that you would like to try to steer the conversation towards?
Well,
Why the frost giants are probably here, the criminal they're looking for.
Yep.
In my opinion, we can take a vote on this.
No, that sounds good.
I was gonna say
Well-
start from the beginning and
Yeah,
explain
firstly,
everything.
I think the captain would love to apologize for losing your ship.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's also the
We-
discussion of payment, but that can come later.
Yeah, that's a whole. Well, we didn't even do their job yet. It
Yeah.
wasn't just the frost giants. We had to meet up with other people.
Just
Captain
saying.
Julian gives a informal report about how he lost his ship and crew during a storm. But from the men that you guys have recovered, it seems that you have refound his crew and additional people.
Wait, was Schmidt in that crew? Was
Yeah.
he alive? Yay! Because I know three or four people got skewered on the boat when the scum were taking it over.
You
We watch people die.
you hug Schmidt and get frozen to him while you're on the frost giant ship, so you have to awkwardly
Oh,
hug
of
him
course.
for longer than normal.
Yeah, just separate us. All right, yeah. Sorry,
But,
that was just a little bit of discourse. But yeah, let's just start from the top. So, after apologizing for the ship, of course, we found ourselves on a fucking beach. It sucked. On the beach, had an encounter, and then sea hags contacted us, told us a friend was being captured, killed a hag, or told us to kill a hag. We went up, went to kill the hag, found some birds, pretty cool. Went there, found the hag, killed her. She figured out where the sea bitches were. From there, made our way to south. During that time, by the way, north and south, we found some giants. Didn't encounter them physically until the second way back, which one of them was being harassed by those fucking monkeys. Then
Oh, excuse me.
saved him from the monkeys, met friends, met Droofy, took Droofy's ship down to the sea hags, rescued our fellows after killing and dispatching the sea hags, and now we're here. With all that, there's some more details if you'd like to focus on.
Ruta is frantically trying to write everything down as you're kind of like
Oh,
speeding
by
through
the
the
way,
major details.
Yes, that location where the storm hag was, that can be used as an outpost. It's like a literal blocked off area surrounded, like with a castle on it, that could be used as a pretty nice outpost. And
It's more like a cottage than a castle, but sure.
It could fit like.
Lyria's
it has
trying to
a
keep up with the
tower.
A
details.
rather
It's
large
like,
tower.
Yeah,
she's trying to keep up with the details. It's like, wait, you guys
it's
fought
an app.
storm and sea hags and befriended giants.
Yes.
Yeah,
A storm
Natty
hag,
does his,
not multiple storm hags.
and Natty does his winning smile with the glint of light off his teeth.
So you guys killed hags and befriended giants. And it's just like,
And
Yeah.
saved a lot of people.
And a reef claw.
and saved my people. You
Yes.
guys
I
are
also
just
kind of like spoke to my god a little bit. It was cool.
Oh,
And she's like,
and
"Good for you."
my shield's magic now.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, no, we all got a little bit cooler and all that stuff.
some of those details she doesn't really care about, but she
Oh,
is certainly impressed
Anadi
with
is
what you guys
yeah,
have done.
Anadi is very much not telling these people that he's a spider. The only people who do know, because Julian was unconscious at the time, are
I think we all have the
my
common
friends.
sense to not say it.
Yeah.
Taban actually doesn't know technically.
Devon doesn't know either, yeah.
Yeah. Anadi isn't saying that, but he hasn't. He also hasn't told his friends not to say it, but he hasn't shown it off that often. So yeah, from that, we thought that maybe we could all kind of work together some. Most of the coast area has a lot of potential for. I point to Droofy, and you all to work together to possibly, aid one another for these fucking islands. But Droofy's got her own goals for being here, along with trying to find a criminal. I look up at her.
Droofy nods. At this point, Gruta has like sent for people to come and like try to bring everyone chairs and refreshments because this is obviously a long meeting that is having to take place. You guys are just
Yeah.
having it out in the open. But Droofy then begins to talk to Commander Lyria about a magical artifact called the Ring of Winter, how it was stolen by some presumably magical criminal that they believe to be here in Schult. They are here looking for the criminal to take back the artifact, and that's really the only reason why they're here. Yes, an individual by the name of Arctus Simber. They believe him to be human, and they have no real idea of where he is, just that he is presumably here in Schult, which could mean he could be anywhere. And then
Yeah, basically.
Lyria is open to treaties and befriendment with the giants, and she says that she kind of saves that for we can have more of that discussion private together, commander to commander. And you guys have not found anything else more about the Stone Sisters.
Yeah.
Aside from
Wilson.
what we had covered in the Storm Hag's office.
Yeah. From
Yeah.
a Sararak's journal that I still have on.
We still have Sammy Shershot.
I don't know.
Yeah.
did
You
y'all
want
keep-
to mention that?
By the way, thank God we got here at today, because when we were fighting the Sea Hags was the last day he was being cooperative. The entire day through the jungle, from the boat to here, he has been bitching to fight a monster. Because that's literally what it says he does.
Yep. When he doesn't get to go hunt, he gets grumpy.
Yeah, so, by the way, this here is our good friend Sammy Shershot. He would be a lovely asset if you have firearm ammunition, and he loves to kill big beasties. So, if you'd like to take that off our hands, I'd be willing to part with it for a sum. He's technically magical, as you can tell from him talking.
Gruta takes it from you. She kind of looks it over, and she's like, "Oh, I will give this to the Provisions Quartermaster and see what he will make use of it." And she hands it to some other soldier, and
I'm not handing it off without getting payment.
She says, "We will pay you."
Oh, how much?
And he disappears from it.
No. That shit stays on me until I get a number.
She says
that, or if you have a magic item to trade.
She was going to say, would you accept 100 gold pieces or another magical item?
100 gold pieces sounds pretty damn nice.
What would the magical item be?
Sammy Shershot. Oh, it's the item too.
You trade Sammy for Sammy.
I see what you're saying. I thought you were asking what I'm giving up.
Sammy's actually part of a pair. We've been looking for this guy for years.
She says that they have not a wide selection, but they do have some magical items in their special container that you are free to take a look at.
Look at those later when you have the option to make a list.
Yes, because it would be smarter to see what the options are before we even.
Yeah, well, if anything, as much as I'd love to have a cool toy or weapon, I'm totally down to have anything help me better sneak through the jungle or help me in the jungle. I am a skill monkey. I'm not trying to be the fighter. I'm just a good sniper. We'll figure that stuff out later, but yeah. 100 gold, not bad. Also, obviously, I don't think there was a reward, but maybe considering what's going on
Proof
in
of Giants?
House.
Yeah, there was a reward.
Can't remember.
And they, while Droofy and Captain Lyria are having a sort of commander conversation, Greta will actually agree to escort you guys for like compensation and such. But being that's almost 10, we can call it there before we get really into that.
Can well, how long will it take to do like the payment and stuff like that?
Not really long, but it'll just take a minute to dig up some magic items for their store.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if
Only
you
final
guys-
thing that I have to ask about this entire encounter.
Yes.
Taban got her voice back.
Did
Yes.
she get that level with us so that she's level 3 technically too?
She did not.
Shit.
Next level. Because right now she's just a normal ruffian, but next level she might be elite.
But yeah. You guys finished the dungeon. Uncovered.
This session did not feel like 3 hours.
It did not.
It went
It
by
really
so
didn't.
fast.
Yeah, we
In that
I
cave
guess
for
we did.
forever.
We did start a couple minutes late, and we are ending a couple minutes early. But yeah, I guess with just finishing out the dungeon, I guess it does feel like a short session. But that happens sometimes.
Sorry, I blacked out. Did we get any money?
No.
Not
We haven't-
yet.
Not yet.
We're figuring out reward system right now. If there is any, I'm sure after session, if Zach wants to put any effort into this, I can just put a message saying, "You guys get this."
Yeah, I'm down to let Zach figure out what he wants to get in a like a pool of items for us to look at, and then figure it out next time we're here.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
And everyone is still good for the 16th.
Should be.
Yeah, should be.
Alrighty.
Barring anything else coming up before then, yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty then. Well, I guess this will be a decent stopping point for this point in time of the adventure. So thank you everyone for watching, who watches it now, who is watching now or in the future, and thank you guys for playing. I hope you guys enjoy the sessions.
Doesn't like it.
You shush.
I didn't say anything.
But yeah.